conference matchup tonight as Asheville will host Freedom. Glad you're joining us tonight here on the WNC Sports Network. I'm Connie Costanzo. My tag team partner is Derwin Williams. Well, Derwin, last week we saw Asheville almost do, I don't want to say the impossible, but when you try to knock off Reynolds in a league matchup, that's basically what it is at this point in time. They came inches away. They lost the game 13-12. I think we learned a lot about just how good this Asheville team is. Even though they lost, I would still consider it a moral victory.
Yeah, Connie, tremendous performance last week from the Asheville Cougars, especially defensively. I think they made a statement last week that they have possibly the best defense in the Mountain Athletic Conference right now. Unfortunately for the Cougars, they've got a couple of key injuries on defense they're going to have to overcome tonight, and we'll talk more about that as they work against the Patriots.
Derwin, their offense, though, has really struggled. Last week, Derwin, they averaged 1.9 yards per play, and you just cannot win. You can't win ball games if you're getting less than 2 yards a play.
Yeah, Connie, I'm still learning what Coach Radford's offensive philosophy is, but right now I really feel like the Cougars are going to be helped a lot if they can establish more of a passing game. Right now, quarterback Khalil Conley is completing about 48% of his passes, and to take the next step as a quarterback, he's got to complete a higher percentage of his throws.
And Derwin, I don't think he needs to be in the 70% range, but he's got to be above, say, 55%. Correct? That's where he needs to be at.
Yeah, I think that's a real good stat. It's just he's got to be accurate enough so that the defense has got to respect the passing game of Asheville as well. So I'm going to be really interested tonight to see if the Cougars can take one step up with their passing game.
Derwin, we were talking a little bit about the injuries to this Asheville team. Their defense, though, has really been phenomenal. Derwin, in their last 3 games, they've given up 0, 13, and 13 points. So over a 12-quarter period, they have given up a total of 26 points. And at the end of the day, it's really not yards. It is points. That's pretty remarkable.
It is, Conio, and we're beginning to learn now the names and the players on the Asheville defense that make it so good. But, Conio, tonight the challenge is in the inside linebacker position, as neither of the 2 players that were slated to start at inside linebacker are going to be available tonight. Of course, Otis Thatch is out for the season, as best we know right now. He was a tremendous linebacker. He is a tremendous linebacker. And then tonight, Ben Scott is out as well. So a lot of pressure on Landon Miller to step up defensively at the inside linebacker position, as well as Micah Ward.
And Derwin, you were talking about that fine linebacker for the Cougars, Otis Thatch. He's actually having surgery today. So he is out for the season. But he is a junior, and he'll be back next year for Court Radford's team. So the hope is that he's back and better than ever next season.
Yeah, so Otis Walton Thatch, we are hoping the very best for you in surgery today, and hoping that you have as good of a recovery as you can possibly have. And Cougar fans are looking forward to seeing you playing in about 5 months.
That's right. It'll be right around the corner. And, you wonder the kind of injury that he had because he had a knee injury. Is he going to be able to come back? So we'll just have to see what the prognosis is. And hopefully he has a great recovery and he's back really soon. All right. Derwin and I will take a quick timeout here on the Spherion Staffing pregame show. A big thank you, by the way, to all of our sponsors, Arby's and the Brummett Restaurant Group, financial advisor Catherine Morisani, Cool Mountain Realty, Spherion Staffing, Greenstone Media, United Federal Credit Union, and finally, Griffin Waste Services. We'll take a timeout. More coming up in a moment. You are listening to the WNC Sports Network.
Hey, thanks for being with us at Asheville Memorial Stadium. We are so glad that you're joining us for this exciting non-conference game for the Asheville Cougars. Before we go to an interview with Coach Court Radford, we want to thank our friends at Griffin Waste Services. Griffin Waste Services is a place to go for dumpster rental, junk removal services, and portable toilet rentals. Call 281-4549. Again, 281-4549 gets you our friends at Griffin Waste Services. United Federal Credit Union has top-notch checking and savings accounts and low rates on mortgage or auto loans. UFCU's got you covered. That's the United Federal Credit Union. We get you. Earlier this week, WNC Sports Network founder Canio Costanzo was able to spend some time with head coach Court Radford of the Asheville Cougars, and here is that interview.
Well, Coach, I know it was not the outcome that you wanted, but still a tremendous effort against a really good Reynolds team. I know you've got to be really proud with what your team did last week.
I'm very proud with how they fought, and I'm very proud with how coachable they were last week. We asked them to do some different things, and they did it, and they did it well. And I thought that, how hard our kids played put us in position to win, and, they just made one more play than we did.
In looking back at that game, I thought your defense was outstanding. Reynolds, historically over the last 10, 15 years, they've got an explosive offense, and they put up points, and they light up the scoreboard like a Christmas tree. To limit them to 13 points and the amount of yardage that they had, that's a great job by your defense.
Well, we put a lot on the defense last week. I put up a stat in the locker room where over the last 6 years, if Reynolds scored 28 points, they were 46-1. If they scored less than 28 points, they were 5-10. So we knew that 28 was the magic number that we wanted to keep it under, and defense, was dangerously close to honestly having a shutout. So the defense, our front seven, especially. Now, our whole defense, DBs are great too, but our front seven may be the best I've ever had. And I've been very fortunate to coach some really good defenses, and our front seven is pretty tough.
Obviously, there were opportunities in that game, especially in the first half, where you had the ball deep in Reynolds territory. You kicked 2 field goals. How close were you to going for it on 4th down versus taking the points and sending out the field goal unit?
Not very close. That's it. We got in field goal range. I think the first one was 4th and 5, and with our kicker and how he's kicking right now, we wanted it to be a low-scoring game. We didn't want to get into a shootout with him, so I was fine with taking the 3 there. Our problem all year has been red zone efficiency as far as scoring touchdowns, and that's something that we're trying to address this week and getting better at.
What are some of the things that you do to try to fix that from a practice standpoint?
Right now with us offensively, we continue to stop ourselves. We either penalties, or it's one guy missing a block, or it's one guy running the wrong route. And I showed them, we had a long film session yesterday on Monday. We had a long film session, mainly with just offense for about an hour and a half, and we just showed them how every little thing matters. If you take the wrong step, you don't have the right angle to hit the guy, he makes the play. When, if you do take the correct step, then we have a chance right here to be successful.
So, Coach, now you're into a week where you've got a non-conference opponent in Freedom. When it comes time to the playoffs, this game doesn't matter because it's going to be the league games. But still, after a tough loss against a good team like Reynolds, you want to see your team bounce back. What's your feeling on how the team has performed during practice this week?
Well, so far we've had 2 pretty good days, and I knew yesterday was more of a psychological day than anything else. I wanted to make sure that we addressed some issues that we had, and we're able to fix them. And today we had a pretty long practice today. We a little bit over 2 hours today as far as getting after it pretty good, because we want to keep momentum going. Right now, even with that loss, I thought we gained momentum. And we don't want to do anything right now to stall that momentum. I told the seniors we got 3 games left that are guaranteed. And with COVID, nothing's guaranteed. So, whether it's be a league game or not a league game for us and for the seniors, they get a chance to play football on Friday, and we need to take full advantage of it.
What do you know about Freedom?
They're athletic. They got some guys on the outside, some receivers that can go up and get it. Their running backs are their defensive linemen. So you have to stop them before they get going, because once they get going, they are a load to bring down. But they have some really good athletes on the outside that can go up and get the football.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight.
I appreciate it.
Court Radford, the head coach of the Asheville Cougars. Derwin, you heard what Coach had to say. Your thoughts on his comments?
Well, I'm not surprised that he was very happy with his efforts defensively, and then it was interesting to hear him talk about how he spent extra time this past week showing his offense that there are little things that they need to do that are going to make a big difference and make them a better offensive unit. So we'll be looking to see if the offense is more productive tonight. I know that Freedom has some very athletic players. They've been up and down this season. It was interesting to hear Coach Radford talk about the fact that they have defensive linemen / running backs, and that tells you that they have some big bruisers. So I'm looking for that running back tonight that'll remind me some of the running back from A.C. Reynolds, and we'll see how that very, very good front seven from Asheville High reacts. And again, a reminder that front set, the biggest impression from that interview is Coach Radford's statement that the front seven defensively is as good as he has ever coached. Connie, that's a pretty huge statement. And it goes along with the fact that they held Reynolds to 13 points last week. Now, having said all that, we also know that 2 of that front 7, or 1 or 2, depending on how you look at it, is not going to be on the field tonight. So the question is Asheville going to be able to step up with their inside linebacker play?
Here's something else to consider, Derwin. Freedom did not play last week. Their game was canceled because of COVID. The last time they played, they lost 53-12. So you've gone 2 weeks. You got blown out against Alexander Central. You just wonder about the psyche of Freedom coming into this ball game, knowing those 2 things.
A couple of things I thought about. It looked like they really got whipped up front defensively against Alexander Central. They were not able to stop Alexander Central's running game. So we'll be looking to see how that defensive front looks for Freedom and see if that's something that Asheville can exploit offensively. And the second thing I thought about was, okay, here's a team. It's like in the old normal, it's like they've had a bye week, and this was caused by Corona, of course. And then I thought about the fact that we know that these non-conference games are not figured into playoff decisions. So, Connie, I wonder if I were the coach of Freedom, I'd be tempted, even though it's kind of a cardinal sin in normal times, I would be tempted to spend some time preparing for conference opponents. I'm not so sure that they would have spent extra time preparing for the Cougars tonight.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point. We will see what happens, though. Both teams' captains are on the field. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll tell you who gets the kickoff in just a moment. Stay with us, everybody. This is the WNC Sports Network. Efforts. Cougars and the Patriots have taken the field, and it's time to give you the Cook Sporting Goods uniform report. Cougars are wearing their cardinal red tops, white numerals and lettering, white pants, a cardinal red helmet with the Cougar logo in white with a black stripe down the middle, a white stripe down the middle. Almost the opposite for Freedom, white tops and bottoms, black numerals, and a red helmet with the Patriot logo on the side. Asheville won the toss. They have chosen to defer to the second half.
Freedom will be receiving to begin the first
and quarter. William Boyd, who some scouting reports say he is the best kicker in high school football in North and South Carolina, will put it into play. And here we go. We are ready for high school football in week number 5. Boyd runs up to the ball, and here we go. End over end, a high kick. It'll be in the end zone, and that is a touchback. Here's Derwin with the Freedom offense.
All right, Conio, starting for the Patriots tonight at quarterback, number 6, Thad Reed. At tailback, DeMarcus Lawrence. The receivers are Desmond Caldwell, Joe Cunningham, Alec Hall, and Damian Dula. Left tackles Caleb Morrissey, left guard Jaden Corpenine, center Eli Thomas, right guard Dylan Edwards, and right tackle Trenton Coffey.
3 receivers split to the far side of the field for the South Caldwell transfer, Thad Reed. And Reed will hand it off up the middle, and there's nothing there. Maybe a yard on that run. Back to Derwin for the starters.
All right, starters for the Asheville defense. Tama McDonough just had the lead role in that tackle. Caden Lynch will be entering the lineup tonight in place of Garrett Martin. At nose guard, Tay Davis. Outside linebackers are Kamari Davis and Vasily Polk. Inside linebackers, Micah Ward, Landon Miller. Corners are Trey McGahee, Noah Shaw, and safeties, Hef Finley and Lamarius Jones.
5 receivers in this pattern for Freedom. 3 split to the near side of the field. No gain on that play. So here comes a 2nd down and 10. Man in motion to the near side of the field. It will be pitched to him. And that is Young trying the middle, and he's going to go nowhere. He might have gotten a yard.
Number 20.
So once again, Young tries the interior, and he gets nothing. So 2 carries, no yards, and Freedom is going to be looking at a 3rd down and 9. They're going to say Young got 1 yard trying the interior.
I'm not sure how that evolved, but Tay Davis, the nose guard, is the person that caused that running back to have to turn it back inside into pursuit. So a great job by Tay Davis.
And there's an injured Freedom player, and he's on the sideline being looked at by the Freedom staff, and one of the other players has to, and that's Reed, who has to leave, and now another receiver comes in. That's going to be Julian Castro, who comes into the ball game. So here comes a 3rd down and long. Dangerous spot here for Freedom. And whistles now, and I think we're going to get a false start. This is going to be called against the Patriots. Here's the call from our referee.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
That's not the start that the coaching staff for the Patriots wanted to see.
Connie, I think the injured Patriot is number 20, Chase Young, senior Chase Young.
Oh, gosh, Young is a guy that goes both ways, so that's a big, big loss if he is out for a long period of time. Reed back to throw under pressure. He's hit at the 5. Down he goes. Sacked back at the 4-yard line, engulfed by Cardinal red jerseys all around him. The referee threw a flag. So, Derwin, let's check this and see what this penalty is.
That's Micah Ward and Caden Lynch. They were the tacklers in the backfield.
Hold it. Offense. The penalty's declined. 4th down.
Yeah, Micah and Caden weren't the only ones. Really a great rush by the front, by those Cardinal jerseys, the front of the Asheville defensive line.
Well, that is a heck of a stand for Asheville. Freedom will have to punt this ball back. Their punter is standing in the end zone. He'll get it off. This is a very short kick, high kick. It'll take a artificial roll bounce, and it gets down at the 24. Oh, the Cougars with tremendous field position to begin this drive. 10:08 to go, first quarter, no score. Here are the starters for Asheville offensively.
For the Cougars, the offensive line, left tackle Tama McDonough, left guard Tanner Graham, center Eric Good, right guard Trey Reed, right tackle Caden Lynch. Of course, we've got sophomore quarterback Khalil Conley. Lamarius Jones is the running back. Vasily Polk and Canner Clark are playing tight end. Trey McGahee, Landon Miller, Hef Finley are going for the passes.
And back to throw is Conley. He's going to fire across the middle. Pass is caught at about the 12-yard line. It's going to be caught by Trayvon McGahee, and McGahee's got 11 yards, and that's a first down.
All right, Kanye, remember what I said. Can the Cougars establish a passing game? That's a good start.
Here comes a first down and 10. The ball already at the 12 of Freedom. Here's a run. It's Conley trying to get to the outside, gets a block. He's at the 10, he's at the 5, thrown out of bounds. Far side of the field, about a 5-yard run there by Khalil Conley, the sophomore, able to get to the edge, and they're going to give him 7 yards on that run.
All players zone block to the left, and a good push, especially from the left side of that offensive line.
Ball resting far hash at the 5, 2nd and 2 from the 5-yard line. Asheville can get a first down inside the 3-yard line here. Conley claps his hands. Hands off up the middle. Big gaping hole. First down, and pushing his way
for the Cougars
was Walker,
Israel Walker,
and he gets inside the 1. It'll be first and goal from there, and Asheville will bring some of the big boys out to try to get that yard and that first touchdown of the night.
Well, really a nightmare situation for the Patriot defense. First and goal. They've got to have 4 stops from the 1-yard line. What a challenge.
Let's see what the Cougars do here. Will it be the quarterback? Yes, it will. It's a run up the middle. It's Conley. He didn't get in. He got to the inch-yard line out of the shotgun. Khalil could not get into the end zone. No gain, second down coming up.
Beautiful defense by number 24, Cameron Silvers of the Patriots. He's a senior, and he made the stop for Freedom.
Jumbo set on the far side of the line. Conley in the gun. He's going to run in that direction, and he is not in. I thought he'd crossed the goal line as he was tackled, but no, they say he did not. DeMarcus Lawrence, the sophomore middle linebacker, with the play, and here comes a 3rd and goal now. And Derwin Conley comes out, the quarterback. Jones is in there, and we'll see if Jones takes the direct snap here. Heavy offensive set to the right. Jones out of the gun. He'll take the snap. He'll run up the middle. He is into the end zone. It's an Asheville touchdown.
Touchdown, Cougars. Number 9, Khalil Conley.
I see Tanner Graham and also Asheville's Cole Bollock leading the way up front for the Asheville running back. It took them 3 tries, but Asheville powers into the end zone.
William Boyd to make it 7-0. Darian Thomas is the holder here. Good hold, good snap. The kick is on the way. It is good. 9:08 to go in the first quarter. Asheville strikes first, 7-0 Cougars. Back with more in a moment on the WNC Sports Network.
High Country Truck and Van, Western North Carolina's commercial truck center, specializing in quality, pre-owned, low-mileage, light-duty trucks, vans, and flatbeds. High Country Truck and Van is family-owned and operated, located at 1021 Charlotte Highway in Fairview. You can check them out online at highcountrytruckandvan.com or stop by the lot and see Rick for all of your commercial vehicle needs.
Makes a statement with their first possession of the ball game. They started out with a pass to open up that Freedom defense and get themselves into a first and goal situation. It took Asheville 3 tries, but they brought Lamarius Jones on the field for the 3rd try, and he took the snap and just followed all the power of the Cougar offensive line into the end zone. So we've got 7-0 here with just 8:08 still remaining in the first quarter, and the Cougars are getting ready to kick the ball back to Freedom. On the first kick, Amazing kicker Liam Boyd put it in the end zone. We're going to see if he can do that again.
And Derwin, a reminder, our first quarter scoreboard is presented by Arby's and the Brummett Restaurant Group. 9:08 left first quarter. Asheville 7, Freedom nothing. Patriots will get the football right now. Here is Boyd's kick, end over end. It's going to go into the end zone. That's a touchback. It's almost perfectly placed. Once the ball goes into the end zone, it could be on a line drive or it could bounce. It is a touchback. Those are high school rules.
First and 10, Patriots.
And so the Patriots get the football at the 20, and their offense cannot do what they just did, Derwin, which was a 3 and out.
And this is another way that Liam Boyd makes such a huge difference for the Cougars. 2 kicks in a row into the end zone.
Well, let's see what the Patriots can do here. Thad Reed will hand off up the middle. Not a lot of room. Maybe yardage back to the 20-yard line for DeMarcus Lawrence. He did not get much there.
No gain on the play.
Here comes a 2nd and 10.
Tay Davis blew up that play again from his nose guard position. He's given that offensive line fits.
Back to throw. Going to go deep down the far side of the field, and that pass is going to be incomplete. They try to get the ball into the
3rd and 10.
hands of Damian Dula. One-on-one with a defensive back in that direction. McGahee was covering there. And there's a penalty against Freedom, and will Asheville take the penalty? Yes, they will. So instead of 3rd and 10, they're going to back up Freedom. Here's the call again from the referee.
Well, Connie, Asheville's Hef Finley had a really nice angle on the target there for Freedom, and they really a pass that they just couldn't complete with his coverage.
So, yeah, they changed their minds here.
3rd and 10.
So it's going to be 3rd and 10 instead of 2nd down and 15. That's the smart play, by the way, to take the down and not the distance here. Let's see what Reed can do. He's back to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to go down, and he lost the football. It's on the ground at the 15. There's a fight for it, and it looks like Freedom has the football. It'll be 4th down. But quarterback Reed got clobbered, lost the football, and Asheville almost recovered.
From the 16.
And Freedom's Dylan Edwards was the offensive lineman scrapping for that loose ball. And he gave his team a chance to have a whole lot better situation if they have a good punt.
How about the start here for the Cougars? Desmond Caldwell is back deep. He's standing at his own 5-yard line to punt this ball back to the Cougars. With exactly 7 minutes left in the game. Angled kick, oh dear, it's very high but really short. Middle of the field, it takes a roll, and it will actually roll into Freedom territory across the 40 at the 49, but still, great field position for the Cougars. 7-0 Asheville, 6:46 to go on the Arby's and Brummett Restaurant Group first quarter scoreboard.
From their own 49.
2 really high punts from the Patriot punter. One of them bounces back and hurts the Patriots. This one bounced forward and really turned out to be a pretty good punt in terms of yardage.
Well, let's see what the Cougars can do right here. Great field position to begin this drive. Khalil Connolly. Quick pass far side of the field. It's going to be caught by Noah Shaw. Shaw is going to be tackled immediately. No gain there. Good open field tackle by the Patriots.
10, Noah Shaw.
And
there was no gain on the
no
play.
Gain on that play.
2nd and 10.
Good coverage by DeMarcus Lawrence. He was right there where the ball was and quickly made the tackle.
2nd and 10 approaching. 6:19 and running clock here in the first quarter. 7-0 Asheville with the lead. Here's a running play up the middle. A little bit of room. Still on his feet. And this will be about a 7-8 yard gain, bouncing around like a pinball.
Cougars, number 3, Israel Walker.
Was Walker. Israel Walker gets about 7 yards. He's hurt. He is down on the field, and the training staff will come out to see him. Good hard run by Walker. And now he's getting up by himself.
We didn't see Walker carry the ball a lot last week. Really good touch there on the turf by Walker with his left hand to stay up and to add a few more yards to that carry. Hopefully he's all right.
He's on the sideline. They'll take a look at him. Here comes a 3rd down and short. The ball is on the near hash at the 43-yard line. 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Cougars, and they are driving. Conley, the quarterback, a back to his right. He will give it to that back and maybe 4 yards to about the 41-yard line. That's Lamarius Jones. He's close to the first down.
Lamarius Jones.
He's got the first down.
Tackled by number 54, Gabe Longsoldier.
Boy, Derwin, this Asheville
It's a
team,
Cougar first down.
this does not look like the offense we saw last week.
Yeah, they're doing some good things with their blocking schemes, and let's see if they're able to get another pass completed as well.
Here's Conley, claps his hands. He'll give off, running to the outside and getting tripped around the 40. And there's going to be maybe a yard gain.
Number 15, Jay Avery.
Avery Pollard, number 5, has been the leading tackler for the Freedom Patriots in a couple of previous games, and he's the person that ran the ball carrier down on that play.
2nd and 9.
Avery is a sophomore.
Jay Avery, the ball carrier there. 2nd down. Here's a pass. It's going to be fired and caught. It's caught by Hef Finley. Finley across the 35. He gets to the 33. That's about an 8-yard gain.
Good job by Khalil Conley there. They brought a blitz with an outside linebacker. He had to get rid of it quick, and he completed that pass under pressure. So the Cougars are 2 for 2 passing, I think, Conio?
They are actually 3 for 3.
3rd and 1.
McGahee, Finley, both got positive yardage, and now we're going to get a flag. We're going to get an offsides called on Freedom.
Defense. 5-yard penalty, results in first down.
Good defense, good discipline by the Asheville offensive line. And Asheville's doing a lot of things right now.
1st and 10.
4:22 left in the first. 7-0 Asheville. The Cougars are driving left to right on your radio dial. Thank you so much for joining us here on the WNC Sports Network. Let's see what the offense can do here. Here's a quick pass to the far side of the field. It's going to be caught by McGahee. McGahee's still on his feet. Inside the 25, inside the 20. McGahee's going to be down at about the 17-yard line.
Trey McGahee.
McGahee's got a first down, 12 yards on that hookup.
It's a Cougar first down.
Well, Khalil Conley's doing a whole lot better than 48% right now, and that's at the expense of the Freedom Patriots. That time they did a great job of getting Trey McGahee isolated one-on-one with a defender, and he beat that one defender, and then he had some space.
He's 4 for 4, Derwin. The Cougars a couple of times almost broke it. Conley will keep it himself, run to the outside. No, actually it is a great fake, and they run the ball to Jay Avery, and Avery gets hit in the backfield. He'll lose about a yard.
Here's leading tackle Avery Pollard again, causing problems for the Cougar offense.
So a loss of 2 on that run, Derwin. So here comes a 2nd down and 12. Avery comes out of the ball game. Asheville needs another player, I believe. Nope, they do have 11 out there. My apologies. It's Jones who's going to be the back to the left of quarterback Conley. Conley back to throw, looking near side of the field, fires, nobody's home, incomplete. He was throwing in the flat, Derwin. Cantor Clark was a back who came, was lined up as a tight end, and he was actually open in the near flat, but that pass was not close to anybody else. 3rd down and 11 approaching.
Yeah, miscommunication on routes there for sure. And there was a lot of space on this near side of the field around that possible target in Cantor.
3rd and 12. Looks like Connolly said something to 2 of the receivers to the far side of the field. He's out of the gun. He's back to throw. Blitz is on. Connolly's in trouble. Steps away, steps up. He's to the 20. He's to the 15. Makes a move there. He'll get to the 10. He's down at the 9. Oh, Derwin, that was a danger zone there for Khalil Connolly, and he turned
Number 9, Khalil Conley.
Lemons in the
for
lemonade, and he's got a 4th and 2. And now a decision here for Court Radford. Looks like they're going to go for it here,
It's
Derwin.
4th and
And
2.
Patriot Avery Pollard slapping his hands in frustration. He had a chance to bring Conley down in the backfield. He missed it, and Conley turned it into a great play.
Jones is the back to the right of quarterback Conley, and now I think we're going to get a timeout. And indeed, that's the case. Asheville takes a timeout. 2 minutes, 26 seconds to go in period number 1. Asheville leading our ball game 7-0.
Greenstone Media is a one-stop shop for digital marketing, web design, and search engine optimization. They are the good friends who created our website. That's Greenstone Media. Spherion Staffing. Each person's road to success looks different. Where do you want yours to lead? Spherion Staffing. You can reach Spherion Staffing by calling 348-0390. Again, 348-0390. Cool Mountain Realty is the premier solution for those looking to buy, sell, or build a home. With them, you found your realtor, your stager, your designer, and your construction company. Cool Mountain Realty at coolmountainrealty.com.
Derwin, some scores from around the Western Mountain Athletic Conference. Reynolds 14, North Buncombe nothing. That's in the first quarter. No score. Robertson is at Irwin. Tuscola 7, West Henderson nothing. And the other score, Inca and North Henderson, they are scoreless. And now Freedom, very quickly, Derwin, they will burn a timeout as well. So we will stay here. And by the way, big thank you to the great folks here at Asheville High School for not only allowing us to broadcast this game, but those of you watching on the Cougar Sports Network, on the Cougar Sports Network YouTube channel, thank you so much for watching and listening. We certainly appreciate that. Big thank you to the athletic director here, Sunita Warren-Dixon. I say this quite a bit, Derwin. We always get treated so well here at Asheville High School. Love coming here. And this facility, I will put it up against any other in the state of North Carolina. This is a beautiful view here from this facility.
Connie, really interested in that Robertson-Irwin game. You got the two top quarterbacks in the MAC squaring off tonight. Should be a lot of points on the scoreboard there.
So Jones is the only back. Asheville's going to go for it on 4th and 2. Jones will hand the ball off, inside handoff to Polk. Polk gets inside the 5. He's down to the 4. It's a first down. So a little reverse there. A little razzle-dazzle, if you will. And a first down and goal to go for the Cougars.
So this is the second time that the Patriot defense has found themselves in a very difficult place. They had a 1st and goal, and now they've got another 1st and goal, this time from the 3.5-yard line.
2:15 left to go, first quarter, 7-0 Asheville, and they are driving. And it will be Jones who will take the snap out of the gun. He's the only back. Jones will run up the middle off the right side. Oh, he gets hit at about the 4. And he's going to be down there. So
Number 6,
nicely
Jones on
done.
the carry for the Cougars.
Zach Bates, a senior, in there on that hit. Asheville now with numerous substitutions.
Tackle by number 24.
And they will bring Conley, the quarterback, out again for the 2nd and goal.
Senior Cameron Silvers was a big part of that stop again for the Patriots. He had a good stop in the last goal line stand.
2nd and goal, the ball is at the 3. Conley is the quarterback. He's going to run to the far side of the field. Conley cuts it inside. He is in. Touchdown, Asheville.
Number 9,
Khalil Conley, nice looking run. And just like that, with a $1:20 to go in the first, it's 13-0 Cougars.
So Coach Radford tries between the tackles with no luck, and then he decides he'll go around the left edge with Khalil Conley, where there was a lot of space. And the Cougars' offense are looking good here in this first quarter.
So far, so good. William Boyd to try the extra point. Perfect on the season, and that continues. That is good as well. So we've got 1:20 to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Asheville leading Freedom. Back with more in a moment on the WNC Sports Network.
Pizza Pizza, the official post-game destination of the Asheville Cougars. Pizza is open late, so stop by for one of their 28-inch pies or one of their massive slices of pizza. Pizza is located off of Millard Ave on Asheville's South Slope. Again, Pizza Pizza, the official post-game destination of your Asheville Cougars.
Well, what a great start for the Cougars. They've had the ball twice. They've scored 2 touchdowns. 1:20 to go on the Arby's and the Brummett Restaurant Group scoreboard, 14-0. And Freedom has got to do something from an offensive standpoint here. 2 3-and-outs. That is just not going to cut it. William Boyd to kick it off. Boyd runs up to the football and bangs into it. And that will go deep into the end zone for a touchback.
Boy, it's hard to say too much good stuff about one Liam Boyd, Canio. This guy is really knocking it out of the park in terms of what he's doing kicking the football. He is 6 for 6 for field goals so far this year. That includes a 36-yarder, now 10 for 10 point afters.
Let's see what Freedom can do with the football on this drive. Thad Reed, back to throw, looking far side of the field, fires. There's a collision. The ball is up in the air. It's incomplete. They were trying to get the ball across the middle to Israel Walker, and Walker was turned into a sandwich there. The ball caromed in the air but fell incomplete. So here comes a 2nd down and 10. $1:16 left first quarter. 14-0. Asheville with the lead. Reed will hand the ball off, trying to get to the outside. And this is Damian Dula. And the senior's going to go out of bounds at about the 23-yard line, near side of the field.
Number 6, Damian Dula on the carry for Freedom.
Well, you can just see the front of the Asheville defense winning the battle and pressing the offensive line back as they pursue, really making it tough on the Patriot ball carriers.
Here comes a 3rd down and 7 as we tick down to the 1-minute mark in this first quarter. Reed will pull Alec Hall in motion. He's back to throw. He fires. Oh, it's low. Thrown low and almost intercepted by Israel Walker. Almost a shoe top catch. Pass is incomplete. And Freedom will have to punt Derwin. Back-to-back 3-and-outs for Freedom.
Well, it was as if Desmond Caldwell, the intended receiver, just wasn't expecting the ball to come when it came. And a lot of frustration. You can see a lot of signs of frustration with that offense from Freedom right now.
Asheville to get the ball back for a 3rd time in this first quarter. Here is the snap. Angled kick, it is almost blocked. And it's going to bounce middle of the field. It's going to be picked up, though, on the run by Hef Finley. And Finley gets dumped at about the 48-yard line. So 54 seconds to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Asheville.
Very close to a punt block there, which would have added even more to all the woes of the Patriot offense.
First and 10, Cougars.
As a matter of fact, Connie, I think that ball may have been slightly deflected.
Derwin, once again, Asheville has tremendous field position here. Khalil Connolly, the quarterback, back to throw. It's a screen caught near side of the field by McGahee. McGahee's got some blocks. He's to the 45, the 40, and he's tackled at about the 39-yard line of Freedom. That's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Fantastic block out on the edge by Cantor Clark. Put his man on his back and then went to him and helped him get back up off the turf. Can't do any better than that.
Derwin, once again, Asheville is into Freedom territory. The ball is at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 from that spot. Khalil Conley, the back. A back to his right, and he will hand it off to Walker. Walker goes down after maybe getting a yard middle of the field. And Derwin, that will be the final play of the first quarter. A great one for Asheville as they lead our ball game 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Back with more in a moment on the WNC Sports Network.
That's the end of the first.
High Country Truck and Van, Western North Carolina's commercial truck center, specializing in quality, pre-owned, low-mileage, light-duty trucks, vans, and flatbeds. High Country Truck and Van is family-owned and operated, located at 1021 Charlotte Highway in Fairview. You can check them out online at highcountrytruckandvan.com or stop by the lot and see.
A great first quarter here at Asheville Memorial Stadium for the Cougars. 2 scores on the board. The first came at 8:08. It was a 1-yard run by Lamarius Jones. And then another score at the 1:20 mark, a 3-yard run by Khalil Conley. Cougars on all 8 cylinders, and of course Liam Boyd's there to make both point after the touchdown kicks. It's 14-0, and we're ready to start the second quarter, and here's Conio.
All right, Derwin, thank you. Asheville's going to go right to left on your radio dial here. And again, tremendous field position. They've got the ball at the 39-yard line. 39 of freedom. Conley is the quarterback. Back to throw, rolling to the near side of the field. Now we've got flags thrown. And we'll see what the officials say. Here is the call. All right. Could have sworn the referee was going to give us a call. Now the linesman from the far side of the field runs in. And now all 5 will get together to discuss this. I did not see any movement on the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the officials say.
Stay ball. Ball short. 5-yard penalty on offense. Second down.
Okay, so it is against Asheville.
See, Khalil Conley's got another one of those nice little short pass plays in his toolbox for this situation.
Second down and 15 for the Cougars. 2 receivers split to the near side of the field. Clark is a wing to his left. He's going to roll in that direction. Stop. Run up the middle. He's to the 40. He's to the 35. And he gets what looked like horse collared at the 35. And he'll get about 10 of those yards back. No flag down, though.
Yeah, he definitely got an arm around the neck, Conio, and I don't understand all the nuances of that penalty, but it sure looked like a penalty to me.
Yeah, no flag, though. And the Asheville coaching staff not happy with that. Here comes a 3rd down and 6. Dangerous. Players can really get hurt. And that's one of the reasons why that is now a high school penalty. There was a time when that was not a penalty. Conley claps his hands. He's going to run off right side. First down as he crosses the 30. He'll get to the 29. Good hole off the right side. Conley exploits it. He gets brought to the ground, but not after a 6-yard run and a first down.
Another tremendous block by Cantor Clark, number 42, senior. That's 2 times I've seen him pancake his defender on an offensive play.
5 carries, 32 yards for Conley. He also has a touchdown to his credit.
It's a Cougar first down.
1st and 10, middle of the field snap for Conley. A back to his left. He's back to throw. Quick pass to McGahee, near side. McGahee gets to the 30. He gets to the 25, and he is slung out of bounds like a rag doll. And that is about a 5-yard hookup.
Taken down by number 3, Alec Hall.
can't say enough about how impressed I am that what the Cougars have done with their short passing game, Conio. It has really opened up the offense, I think. Has been a much improved facet of their game this week.
Yeah, you cannot put 7, 8 guys in the box and assume Asheville's going to run the football. If you can be this successful throwing the football, Conley 6 of 7 today, and he's going to give the ball up the middle to Israel Walker. A flag is down. Walker's down at about the 25-yard line. It's a holding penalty against Asheville. The play will have to come back.
And a great play by junior Malachi Boyd of the Patriots. He's the one that wrapped up the ball carrier or caught the ball carrier by the ankles behind the line of scrimmage. And there's one of those penalties that Coach Radford spent time this past week trying to get his offense to understand what a difference that can make.
So the ball gets marked all the way back to the 35, and it'll be a 2nd down and 15. Cougars leading by a score of 14-0 on the Griffin Way Services second quarter scoreboard. Play action. Conley rolling to the far side of the field, fires. It's going to be caught at the 20, at the 15, at the 10, still going. McGahee, touchdown. There's a flag down, though. Let's see what the penalty is. This might be coming back.
Number 5, Hef Finley. A flag is on the field.
And it is against Asheville. Oh, dear. Well, we don't know what number. They don't announce the number in high school games. But 3 penalties on this drive, Derwin. You know, I know you're not a tennis aficionado, but when you make a mistake that shoots yourself in the foot, they are called unforced errors. These are unforced errors. And you're welcome.
Well, that was my spring sport.
Oh, really? You play tennis?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's the last time you saw an offensive lineman playing tennis.
Oh, Williams is a comedian tonight.
I thought it was really cool what those guys and girls could do playing tennis, though.
By the way, Derwin will be headlining at the Gray Eagle tomorrow night. Shows at 7 and 9.
I have the coolest Gray Eagle memory, but this is not the time.
No. So here comes a 2nd down and very long to get a 1st down. Asheville's got to get to the 20-yard line. They will scrimmage from the 45. Conley back to throw. He's under pressure. It's a screen to the far side of the field. Walker makes the catch. He's to the 40. 35, and he's going to be down at about the 31-yard line.
Pass complete to number 3.
Well, that's one way to get a big chunk of that back, Derwin.
Yeah, really good timing there. The right side of the line, I don't have the players' names. I wish I did, but released a Freedom Patriot defender at just the right time to float the ball over his head to a target who was right in the space that he had left behind. Just a really well-done play by Asheville. 3rd
down and 11. The ball is going to be marked at the 31-yard line. You have to think Asheville, if they get 5 or 6 yards here, maybe they go for it. 3rd and 11. Conley out of the gun. He's going to roll to the near side of the field. It's a screen in the other direction. It's going to be caught. That's a 1st down and more to the 25. And still on his feet. I think that's McGahee. No, that's Finley. Hef Finley is finally going to be downed at the 19-yard line. And they got the 11 yards they needed.
Connie, I think they ran the exact same play. It worked well. They ran the exact same play. They thought that the Patriot defense was doing something there that they could exploit twice in a row, and they did.
A 1st and 10. The ball is now at the 19. So 3 penalties on this drive, all against Asheville, and the Cougars are able to overcome them. Handoff up the middle. That's Lamarius Jones, and Jones still fighting for yardage. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Number 6, Lamarius Jones for the Cougars.
And we have a quick timeout that is called by Asheville with 9:54 to go. They only have 1 remaining on the Griffin Way Services scoreboard. It's 14-0 Asheville with 8:54 to go in the 1st half.
Hey, that was Dylan Edwards, Freedom's 5'10", 210-pound senior who really stuffed that play in the middle for Freedom. Financial advisor Catherine Morisani. You know how much money you'll need in retirement? Catherine can help you refine your retirement strategy and take a look at all of your retirement accounts. Catherine Morisani, she is an Edward Jones financial advisor on Charlotte Highway in Fairview. Fans, you can always hear the WNC Sports Network on demand. Just check out our website. And if you're on our audio stream, you know where that is, WNCSportsNetwork.com. Scroll below the video for a link, and you can relive some of the very best football, basketball, baseball, and softball from the Mountain Athletic Conference. And now, thanks to Justin Polizzi and the Asheville Cougars, you can also do that with a video stream by going to YouTube.com and putting Cougar Sports Network in the search bar.
So after the timeout, here comes a 2nd down and 10 for Asheville. Conley, the quarterback. Conley, back to throw, fires across the middle. It's going to be caught by Clark. Cantor Clark, inside the 10. He's going to be tackled at about the 6. First and goal for Asheville at that spot.
It's nice to see Cantor get targeted after all the good blocking he's been doing in this ball game tonight. Good run pass option there, or play action pass there. I think made the Freedom Patriots kind of take a second to pause. Good timing by the offense.
First and goal for the Cougars. Connolly operates out of the gun. Freedom shows blitz, rolling to the near side of the field. He'll fire, caught at the 5, still going, and into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Trayvon McGahee tiptoes near the near pylon, and he is in for the score.
Credit the touchdown to number 2, Trey McGahee.
Derwin, 3 possessions for Asheville tonight, 3 touchdowns for the Cougars. And now Liam Boyd to try to make it 21-0. Here's the kick. It is down. It is up. It is good. 8:25 to go. Second quarter on the Griffin Way Services second quarter scoreboard. 21-0. Asheville over Freedom. Back with more on the WNC Sports Network.
Paiza Pizza, the official post-game destination of the Asheville Cougars. Paiza is open late, so stop by for one of their 28-inch pies or one of their massive slices of pizza. Paiza is located off of Millard Ave on Asheville's South Slope. Again, Paiza Pizza, the official post-game destination of your Asheville Cougars.
At Asheville Memorial Stadium, the Cougars continue to roll, completing a 10-yard pass to Trey McGahee and making the score 21-0 after Liam Boyd's 11th consecutive point-after touchdown. Conio Liam Boyd is the leading kick scorer in the MAC. If I am remembering correctly, he now has scored 28 of the Cougars, check that, 29 of the Cougars' season points with his field goal kicking and his point-after touchdown kicking.
He is pretty impressive. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Boyd with the kickoff, and it's going to go into the end zone, and that will be a touchback. And Derwin, something you rarely see talked about at this level, the importance of having a good kicker to kick the ball into the end zone, because that forces the opposing team to start at their 20.
You know, Coach Radford has had so many nice things to say about Liam Boyd, and it's easy to talk about him. This guy hadn't missed a field goal and hadn't missed a PAT, and we're in Game 5, Week 5 of the season. And he's kicking them into the end zone on top of that.
Thad Reed, the quarterback for Freedom. This will be a handoff to B.J. Hampton. Hampton will get to maybe the 23, the 24-yard line.
Number 15, B.G. Hampton.
Linebacker Michael Ward was the first Cougar to get to the ball carrier.
It's 2nd and 6.
3-yard gain, 2nd down. They'll actually give him 4, 2nd down and 6. 9 minutes left, first half. What a first half for the Cougars. Asheville 21, Freedom nothing. Patriots do not have a first down in this game. Here's Boyd out of the gun, a back to his left. And he will hand it off to that back, and there's not a lot of running room there. Maybe yardage to the 27.
Number 15.
2 or 3 yard gain, and that's Hampton again, who was the ball carrier. And here comes a third down and about 4.
By number 21, Vasily Paul.
Derwin,
number 18,
Freedom has had 3 straight 3 and outs. They can't make it 4.
2-yard gain.
They've got to get a first down here.
And they're getting to the point that they're going to have to throw the football.
Freedom has yet to complete a pass. Let's see what Reed does. It's an end around to the far side of the field. Dula is the running back, or the runner, and he will go out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him. They mark him back at the 27. He doesn't have it, Derwin. He's 3 yards shy. It's 4th down and about 3. And I assume the Patriots will kick it here, although they keep their offense on the field.
Good pursuit by Asheville's super freshman, number 10, Noah Shaw. Noah Shaw doing good things in his first year.
Oh, I can't believe this. They're going to go for it, are the Patriots, or will they try to draw Asheville off sides? Play clock is at 20. Dula barking off signals. 2 receivers to the near side of the field. And Dula now walking up to the line. And again, all of this theatrics as they're trying to get Asheville to jump, and the Cougars will not. And finally, a timeout is taken by Freedom. That is their second timeout of the first half with 7:02 to go in the first half. 21-0 Asheville.
We have an exciting announcement about one
I feel like
the
the discipline of the Cougar team has taken another step tonight. There's a situation where the Patriots did everything they could to get the Cougars to jump off sides, and they just held. They did a great job and are going to force the Patriots to punt the football.
Shout-outs, be interviewed, share original music, and so much more. There will be also
by the way, Derwin, next week we are back here at Asheville High School, and we will have a good matchup, Irwin and Asheville. For the Cougars, Derwin, I know they don't want to look forward here, but if they win out,
Asheville FM.
So that means winning this one. If they're able to do that, win the rest of their games, they could be the 3rd team out of the conference that gets into the state playoffs. Of course, they've got to win those games. They've got to win tonight, and they've got to win tomorrow night. Or excuse me, they've got to win next Friday night. Freedom is punting. Here's the snap. It is kicked. This one of the better kicks, and there's not a deep man back for Asheville, so this will roll inside the 40, inside the 30, and finally it gets down to about the 23-yard line. That will be the worst starting field position for the Cougars with 6:47 to go in the first half.
Yeah, that one turned out really well for the Freedom punter. And we'll see if Asheville is able to grind out another touchdown here. A very impressive first half by the Asheville offense and by the defense as well.
Yeah, no first downs for Freedom. Khalil Connolly has a back to his right. It's Walker, and now he's split to the far side, rolling in that direction. And here is a pass downfield. It's overthrown and incomplete. My goodness, Cantor Clark was wide open. He could have run all the way to Candler. He was that wide open.
Well, Khalil looks really good throwing the ball on the run. If he can just take his accuracy up one more step, and we're talking about a sophomore, Canio, he's going to do it. But I can see why Coach Radford is putting a lot of stock in that young man.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 22. Connolly back to throw. Fires near side of the field. The pass is caught by Noah Shaw. Noah Shaw with some moves, and Shaw is down at the 31 on the near side of the field. And Connolly got popped, and he needs some assistance getting up.
Number 10, Noah Shaw.
Boy, Noah Shaw is a 185-pound freshman target,
3rd and 1.
and he is doing good things here in his first year of high school.
Oh, and Connolly has to come out of the game. Connolly is hurt. Asheville will bring another set of players onto the field to get this 3rd and short. Play clock, by the way, is down to 10. Asheville's not broken the huddle yet, and they may need to take a timeout here. Tight formation here. Play clock is down to 3. It's down to 1. They run it, and, the ball gets fumbled, and it's going to be recovered by Freedom at the 26-yard line. It's going to be recovered by Cameron Silvers, the senior, listed at 5'11", 210 pounds, and Freedom gets their first break of the game, and they'll have the football in great field position at the 26 of Asheville.
Well, taking care of the football has been one of the Achilles heels of this Cougar offense. They have had 9 fumbles in their first 5 ball games now by 2 of their top ball carriers, and that's something they've got to do a little better.
Pass is incomplete.
Incomplete pass coming from Freedom then.
Patriots have yet to complete a pass. 0 for 4 putting the ball in the air. Freedom's got a 2nd down and 10. They'll keep the ball on the ground. Running room for Lawrence. DeMarcus Lawrence is inside the 20. Inside the 15, he's down to the 11. And with 5:41 to go in the first half, Freedom's got a 1st down.
Best rumble of the night so far by the Freedom Patriots. A good lead block there in front of the ball carrier.
And now, whistles, and Asheville will take their final timeout. So Derwin, with 5:36 to go in the first half, neither team has a timeout remaining.
Well, I think Asheville must have seen something on that play that they did not like, an adjustment that they need to make. Definitely the most successful run between the tackles so far tonight by Freedom.
This is the kind of opportunity that if you're the Patriots, you've got to get points here. And Derwin, not a field goal. You've got to get a touchdown here.
Hey, we want to thank Arby's and the Brummett Restaurant Group, operators of 61 Arby's in North and South Carolina. Arby's, we have the meats.
And Derwin, there is an Arby's on the other side of that bridge in Biltmore Village. Here we go. Asheville has to make a defensive stop here. Patriots with great field position, and here's a handoff. Oh, the ball is fumbled. It's going to be fumbled by Lawrence, and the Cougars get it back.
Patriot fumble is recovered.
It's going to be recovered by Vasily Polk. And Polk gets the football and falls on it at the 7-yard line.
So a little bit of fumble karma there for the Cougars as they fumble the ball away, and then Freedom returns them the favor. And the shutout continues for the Cougar defense.
1st and 10 with 5:32 to go in the game. Cougars are going to keep the ball on the ground. Good running room for Israel Walker. Walker across the 10, across the 15. He's down at about the 16-yard line. That's a 9-yard run by Walker.
Another key block by Cantor Clark. Conyo, I can't say enough about the good things Cantor Clark is doing for that Cougar offense.
2nd down and 1, and now whistles as the ball was snapped. Let's get the call.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
So Cougars get 9 on the 1st down play, and now they go backwards 5 yards. 2nd down and 6 for the Cougars. 5 minutes to go here in period number 2. Conley, he's hit as he throws. The ball is loose on the ground, and it's picked up by the Cougars. Somehow with the football, I think that's Conley. No, that's not Conley. That's Israel Walker. And Walker picked up the football and ran to the 23, enough for a first down, but Walker is hurt. What a crazy play that was.
Yeah, I think Walker's head hit the turf pretty hard. He was tripped up, kind of not expecting to get somebody catch him from behind at his ankle, and fell sort of awkwardly to the turf.
So they will take a look at Israel. Stops the clock with 4:47 to go in the first half. And hopefully he's okay.
Griffin Waste Services, they are the place to go for dumpster rental, junk removal services, and portable toilet rentals. Call 281-4549. And Griffin Waste Services has portable toilets 30 yards from where Canio and I sit, as they are providing that service for the Asheville Cougars as they do some renovations here at Asheville Memorial Stadium. Our good friends at Griffin Waste Services. The United Federal Credit Union has top-notch checking and savings accounts and low rates on mortgage or auto loans. UFCU's got you covered. The United Federal Credit Union, we get you. If you have just joined us on the WNC Sports Network or on the Cougar Sports Network at youtube.com, the Asheville Cougars have really put on a show so far tonight, both offensively and defensively. They got a shutout going here as we're getting ready to close out the first half, and the offense has definitely taken another step up from last week's game against AC Reynolds. They've been able to throw the ball, made some short-range strikes, some good passing from Khalil Conley, good 10-yard, 5-yard passes. And, of course, the offensive running game has done really well at getting a really good push up front from the offensive line.
Well, Derwin, it looks like Walker is able to walk it off, and he will walk to the sideline. Thank goodness. He was down on the ground for a little bit.
We may not see him again tonight, Canio, if his injury came from that. I saw his helmet hit the turf. It hit the back of his helmet, hit the turf pretty hard. I hope he's okay.
Asheville got a first down on that run, so the clock is ticking. Under 5 minutes to go. Here's a pitch and a pass down the far side of the field. It's going to be overthrown and incomplete. Jones
Pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Got the football from quarterback Conley, and then Jones threw it, but ends up overthrowing an intended receiver as they were trying to get the ball into the hands of Hef Finley.
Little razzle-dazzle there after the injury timeout. It's the old halfback pass out of the spread formation, out of the shotgun snap. Didn't work that time for the Cougars.
2nd down and 10 now. And Asheville will keep it on the ground. It's Jones up the middle. He's got a first down across the 30, up the middle to the 35, maybe to the 36. That's enough, Derwin, for a first down.
For the Cougars.
Well, we've just seen gaping holes opened up by the offensive line for these Asheville ball carriers.
Conley, the quarterback. He will hand off. Good running room up the middle. That time it's Lamarius Jones. He's going to get to the 42 of Asheville. And that will be a gain of about 7. 2nd and 3 coming up as we tick down to the 4-minute mark in the first half. 21-0. Asheville over Freedom.
That time the ball carrier slips inside of a great block from sophomore Joseph Gates, number 57. This is a 6'2", 271-pound sophomore.
3 receivers split to the far side of the field. Jones now is in that direction as well. Back to throw is Conley. He's going to run up the middle. Conley makes a move. He's to the 45. Tackled middle of the field right on that paw print. The logo for Asheville. And he's got enough for a first down.
Well, Lamarius Jones got involved in a block there, and the defensive player just pulled his helmet off. He's got to come out for at least one play.
Derwin, we're down to the 3:30 mark in the first half. Asheville driving. This drive began at about the 7-yard line. Conley will hand off, and Not a lot of running room that time for Lamarius Jones as he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Number 6, Lamarius
There's that
Jones.
defensive standout, Avery Pollard. He has been a shining star for the Freedom Patriots defense tonight.
2nd and 10. Asheville
A gain of
with
1.
3
Second and
touchdowns
9.
on 3 drives tonight. They're trying to go 4 for 4. They've got the ball near midfield at the 47. Khalil Connolly claps his hands. Blitz is on, rolling to the far side. Connolly in trouble, and down he goes. He will be sacked. Joe Cunningham brought him to the ground. That sack moves the ball all the way back to the 42. 3rd and long approaching for Asheville, and they've got to get some giddy up here.
6-yard loss for the Cougars. It's 3rd and 15.
No timeouts left for Asheville. 2:20 to go in the first half.
Wonder if Coach Radford will open up and throw a vertical route here. Take a gamble.
Let's see if he does. Khalil back to throw. Nope, it's a screen to the far side of the field. It's going to be caught by Finley. Finley down the far sideline to the 50, to the 45, and knocked out of bounds. Freedom side of the field at the 45. And so that will bring up, let's see where the ball is marked and where those sticks are.
Your
That will
attention,
bring up
please. Can all Asheville High and Tulsa seniors
and
please come
2.
down to the track closest
A
to the baseball
4th and
field?
2
All
for Asheville,
High
and I
and
think they're going to go
Tulsa
for it here,
seniors,
Derwin.
Please come down to the track closest to the baseball field.
62-yard field goal. That might even stretch Liam Boyd a little bit.
Yeah, that might be too long. Lamarius Jones, the back to the left of the quarterback, Khalil Connolly. Everybody looks to the sideline to get the play. .201 left in the first half. Some trouble with the snap. Instead, it's going to be the quarterback, Connolly, running off right side. He'll get the first down. That was not pretty. Connolly gets maybe 4. That'll move the sticks, but they'll start the clock very soon.
Number 9, Khalil Conley.
Yeah, fortunately for Khalil Conley and the running back, they got such a good push on the right side of the offensive line. They were still able to get that yardage even after that bobble in the backfield.
1st and 10.
First and 10 now. The ball's at the 42. And they'll wind the clock now. $1:53, 1:52, 1:51 to go. Conley will have Jones to his right. Conley back to throw. Pocket steps up, fires near side of the field. Caught at the 30, at the 25. Good move that time by McGahee. Still on his feet and picked up and finally thrown to the ground at the 23.
Pass is complete to number 2, Trey McGahee.
There's a flag on the play.
And the
Let's
flag
see
is
what
on
that
the
is.
field.
And I think that flag came, that had something to do with the tackle, so that's
Tackled
probably
by
on
number
Freedom.
44, Josh Shoemaker.
That, or there was some activity a little closer to the goal line after the catch, too.
On defense. 5-yard penalty, clear to run. Touchdown.
So that is a face mask penalty against Freedom. They're going to mark the ball now inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
1st and 10.
With
Cougars
1:34 to go.
from the
Now
17.
plenty of time for Asheville to figure something out here and try to go up 4 scores. Connolly will hand off. It's going to be McGahee up the middle. He's inside the 10. He's down to the 9. And Asheville, Derwin, does not have to hurry if they don't want to.
Number 6, Lamarius Jones for the Cougars. A pickup of 7 yards.
2nd down and 3. Asheville can get a first down at about the 7-yard line. It's going to be Jones up the middle again. He's close to the first down. I think he only got
Number
2,
6,
though.
Lamarius Jones
And now
for
we've
the
got a
Cougars.
minute to go in the first half.
Free of tackle by number
Jones
5,
got
Avery
submarined
Pollard.
by Avery Pollard there.
2-yard gain.
With the
is 3rd and
Cougars
1.
score here, it's going to really be a dagger for the Patriots.
Here is Conley running to the near side of the field. He's going to get to about the 6th, and that'll be enough for a first down, and steps out of bounds with 42.8
Number 9,
seconds to go.
Khalil Conley for the Cougars.
Yeah, Derwin, a score here, and that might be all she wrote.
And you know we got
It's a
Liam
Cougar
Boyd waiting to
first
put 3 on the
down.
board if they can't get across the goal
1st
line.
and goal from the 6.
So the ball is marked at the 6-yard line. Connolly has got Jones to his left. A pass fired into the end zone, and that is caught for a touchdown. And I believe that's Hef Finley that makes the catch across the middle. And just like that, Derwin, in the blink of an eye, it's 27-0.
Finley.
What a first half for Asheville. Everything is clicking tonight for the Cougars. Liam Boyd to try to make it 28-0. Good snap, good hold, the kick. Oh, it's a line drive and it's no good. Holy cow.
Extra point attempt is
and Derwin,
no
you
good.
could make an argument that's the only negative thing that happened tonight so far for Asheville, as Boyd, who is normally very reliable, hooked that one to the left. It looked like a Derwin Williams 5-iron.
Wow. So the streak ends for Liam Boyd. I think he had 12 in a row, PATs. And something happened there, and special teams coach Justin Palizzi's out there trying to talk to Liam and to the holder and do everything he can to help that not happen again.
27-0. 39 seconds to go in the first half. I think if you are Freedom here, Derwin, I think you're taking a knee and trying to go into the locker room and try to regroup.
I do not envy the Freedom head coach. This is going to be a tough halftime talk.
Well, Freedom, their last game was 2 Fridays ago. They lost 53-12 to Alexander Central, and they are down 27-0 here.
And like Alexander Central in the first half, the Cougars have been able to run the football pretty much at will against the Patriots.
Here comes Boyd. He'll put it in the play. Let's see if this is a squib kick or out of the end zone. Nope. End over end high. This is returnable at the goal line, taken out to the 22-yard line. 32 seconds to go in the first half. This offense that came into the game for Freedom,
for the Patriots,
they returned Desmond Caldwell.
By number 24.
Caldwell is the all-time leading receiver in the history of the Freedom football program.
1st and 10, Patriots.
However, tonight, their offense has not clicked. They have really struggled. Only 1 first down in the first half. Thad Reed will simply hand off DeMarcus Lawrence, the ball carrier. He'll get to about the 27-yard line. And no timeouts left. Let's see if Freedom decides to run one more play. And they will try to run a play with 10 seconds to go. And it's going to be Lawrence again up the middle. And he will get a first down to about the 31-yard line. So Derwin, no points on the board for Freedom. What a first half for Asheville.
That's the end of the first half.
Outstanding first half
the
for the team in Cardinal and white. The Cougars
27-0.
lead by a score of 27-0. And Derwin, I mean, you had to give Asheville a grade. It's an A++++.
I think the thing that immediately comes to mind for me is the fact that they've been able to mix some good, well-executed pass plays in with a very effective running attack, and that's why we're looking at 27 points on that scoreboard at halftime.
Good first half for Asheville. Freedom has some work to do if they're going to get back into this ball game. Our score at the intermission, it's 27-0. Asheville with the lead over Freedom. We will take a timeout. The United Federal Credit Union halftime report begins in a couple minutes. Stay with us, everybody. This is the WNC Sports Network.
Welcome to Asheville High School. I am Derek Edwards, the principal here, and while I'm sure you all would love to hear me talk, I have experts on our campus who will tell you a much better story about Asheville High, our students. So thank you and enjoy listening to them.
My name is Anthony Freeman. I am a junior here at Asheville High School.
I'm Concetta Conrad, and I am a sophomore at Asheville High School.
I'm Greta Shallquist, and I'm a senior.
I'm Michael Ward, and I'm a junior here at Asheville High School.
My name is Ben Neal. I'm a senior here at Asheville High, and I'm the student body president.
Here at Asheville High, we offer a ton of both honors and AP classes that are all taught by really incredible teachers, and they prepare us for success.
We have science, math, and engineering. My favorite one is math.
In my English classes, we have studied minority relations and race relations in America. We've looked at urban renewal throughout history. So we learn about not only things like books, but what really impacts our lives outside of the classroom, and that prepares us for success beyond Asheville High.
Here at Asheville High, our clubs are an extension of the classroom. We have clubs like student government, where you're able to work on problems at the school level and prepare yourself to solve problems at the local, national, and global level.
Welcome to the Asheville High Marching Cougars Band Room, where we have Wind Symphony, Symphonic, and Marching Band.
Another incredible opportunity that we have here at Asheville High is our engineering program taught here in this amazing space. It's equipped with miniature manufacturing robots, technology to build robots, and more.
This is our wonderful theater where we host our plays and our theater classes. From learning scripts to monologues and even play production, students can express themselves creatively here. Including theater, we have a lot of other arts opportunities like chorus and dance and many others.
It's a great way to bond with others and make many new friends here.
Here in our CTE department, we offer a variety of classes such as foods, where you learn about food safety, recipes, and a variety of other things related to cooking. Here you see Simon with one of our great teachers, Miss Monson, working on a pound cake.
I like to bake cake in the oven.
One of our most unique opportunities is our ceramics class. We're one of the only schools in all of Western North Carolina with a full ceramic studio, and we have one of the coolest teachers ever teaching the class, Miss Davis. Aquí en Asheville High ofrecemos muchas clases en diferentes idiomas como francés, español y chino. Mi favorita clase es Español con Señora Boer, donde aprendemos mucho sobre la lengua, la cultura y el mundo.
And if you're interested in sports, we have multiple sports, and no, not just basketball and football. We have many traditional sports, including men's soccer, lacrosse, girls, field hockey, diving and swimming, and weight training. And go Cougars.
At Asheville High, our beautiful campus doesn't stop here. A 60-second walk up the road and you're at AB Tech, where students can pursue their academic interests at the college level.
We strive for achievement in all areas here. We are Asheville High. Go Cougars!
Hey everybody, welcome to SILSA. I am Principal Cush, and I am here to give you a little bit of a tour and tell you more about our amazing school. The key differences, first of all, that I want to make sure that everyone understands is that SILSA operates on an A-Day, B-Day schedule, and freshman and sophomore year, your core classes will last the entire year.
And that really helps push one of our biggest goals, which is rigor, relevance, and relationships, because the students are with those teachers all year long.
The relationship that you will build with your teachers over that time, it's like no other. Another key thing that I love about SILSA is that our students are not only dually enrolled at Asheville High, because you will take your special classes like career and technical education, your arts classes, physical education. Those classes are going to be taken with Asheville High students. However, you're also dually enrolled at AB Tech. And that is because SILSA is a part of the Cooperative Innovative High School Consortium.
Many students that graduate from SILSA can start college with at least their freshman year under their belt.
So I've been teaching at SILSA since 2013, and I love it, and I love my students, and I get the opportunity to work with students every day on inquiry-based learning, as well as heavy discussion within class.
Hi, my name is Seth Bellamy, and I'm the SILSA Student Body President. The initial reason why I chose SILSA was because of the small class sizes and the tight-knit community SILSA created. SILSA is able to build this community and provide a foundation for rigor and great experiences. And that's why I am SILSA.
I think the power to build those relationships is what makes SILSA extra special, but also because we're big on pushing leadership capacity at SILSA. And in that time, students are given the opportunity to follow, but also lead. Our seniors serve as mentors to our freshmen through our course called Survivor. But this year, what I'm super excited about is our Racial Equity Ambassador Program, and that is where we are using students to go through a formalized training. They have learned how to host and facilitate conversations about tough issues.
One of the things that I'm most proud of is this amazing labyrinth. You have the process of walking a pattern, and basically you enter the labyrinth, but you also are entering and centering yourself. And the goal is to make it to the center. You are more centered and connected with yourself.
One thing that's important to understand about SILSA is that it's only comprised of core teachers and one EC teacher who co-teaches with all of the other core teachers. And we have one counselor that's specifically dedicated just to SILSA. Even the students that come to SILSA, when they play athletics for Asheville City Schools, they wear Asheville High Cougars on their chest. We are all a part of the large Asheville Cougar family.
Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions about SILSA or you want more information, do not hesitate to shoot me an email. And I look forward to welcoming you to the SILSA Cougar family.
High Country Truck and Van, Western North Carolina's commercial truck center, specializing in quality, pre-owned, low-mileage, light-duty trucks, vans, and flatbeds. High Country Truck and Van is family-owned and operated, located at 1021 Charlotte Highway in Fairview. You can check them out online at highcountrytruckandvan.com or stop by the lot and see Rick for all of your commercial vehicle needs.
And we are back here at Asheville High School with Derwin Williams. I'm Connie Costanzo. It is the United Federal Credit Union halftime report. And Derwin, pretty much a perfect first half for the Cougars. They missed an extra point. That's really about it. And they are laying some wood to the Patriots of freedom.
Yeah, Connie, 2 scores in the first quarter, 2 scores in the second quarter for a very balanced, or a more balanced Asheville offense. The first score came off of a 1-yard run by Lamarius Jones. That was at the 8:08 mark of the first quarter. Point after the touchdown was good by Liam Boyd, made it 7-0. And then with 1:20 left in the first quarter, we had a 3-yard run by Khalil Conley. That made it 13-0. PAT made it 14-0 at the end of the first, and that was the score at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, 2 more touchdowns. Trey McGahee caught a 10-yard pass at the 8:25 mark of the second quarter, made it 20-0. Boyd's PAT was good, 21-0. And then the fourth touchdown of the first half, a 6-yard pass from Conley to Hef Finley, made it 27-0 with 38.2 seconds left. And Liam Boyd missed his first PAT of the year and left it at 27-0 as the two teams went in at halftime.
Derwin Freedom with only two first downs. From an offensive standpoint, they are really struggling to move the football. And coming on the heels of that loss to Alexander Central where they gave up over 50 points, this could be a very long night for the team wearing white, red, and blue.
This is really a gut check for them, Kanye. I'm going to be interested to see what we can see emotionally from them when they come back on the field. They had a tough week 2 weeks ago. Pretty tough loss, a 53-12, I believe, loss to Alexander Central. So this is 2 games in a row that things are coming really tough for the Patriots.
Derwin, we had mentioned Otis Walton Thatch. He is a football player for Asheville. Had an injury earlier this year. He posted tonight on his Twitter account. He had surgery today. ACL, MCL, and meniscus surgery was successful. Thank you so much to everyone that kept me in your thoughts and prayers. It's time to get to work. So that is even better news for the Cougars. Obviously, his season is over with this year, but hopefully we see him back on the field very soon.
Boy, with the linebacker play we've seen from the Cougars in the last couple of weeks, they are going to have perhaps the best linebacking combo, inside-outside linebacker combo in the MAC, especially in the fall season.
Derwin, why don't we give everybody some scores from across the Western Mountain Athletic Conference. Our score, 27-0 here at the intermission, Asheville over Freedom. Other scores, Reynolds is really giving it to North Buncombe. The score there, 35-6 there at the intermission. Robertson in the second quarter has a 21-7 lead over Irwin. In the second quarter, Tuscola with a big lead over West Henderson, 28-0. And finally, let me see if I can get some other scores here. At the intermission, North Henderson, which got their first loss last week at North Buncombe, is struggling with the Sports Network.
Thanks for staying with us on the Cougar Sports Network and the WNC Sports Network. We are so glad you are with us as Conio and I continue to watch the Asheville Cougar team get better every week. After scaring the AC Reynolds Rockets, giving them the toughest conference game that they've had in 4 years a week ago, losing that ball game by just 1 point. Tonight, they are shining both offensively and defensively against their non-conference opponents, the Freedom Patriots. We want to say thank you to Griffin Waste Services for dumpster rental and removal services and portable toilet rentals. Call 281-4549. You will get our friends at Griffin Waste Services. Greenstone Media, they are a one-stop shop for digital marketing, web design, and search engine optimization. Our friends at Greenstone Media. And finally, Spherion Staffing. Each person's road to success looks different. Where do you want yours to lead? Call Spherion Staffing at 348-0390.
Well, Derwin, a near perfect first half for the Asheville Cougars. Their only blemish was a fumble and a missed extra point.
Asheville will receive to begin the second half.
And that's been it.
Conio, Trey McGahee is the second best kick returner in the MAC right now, and it's just by like a yard. He is averaging 44 yards per return. Let's see if Freedom gives him a chance to keep that going.
McGahee, number 2, number 5, Hef Finley are the two men who are back deep for Asheville. The Cougars won the opening toss of the coin and deferred to the second half. And that's why they are getting the football right here. Here we go, we're underway. End over end kick, it's a short kick. Finley's got it at the 20, near side of the field 30, blockers in front 40, and he trips up and he's down at the 41. Otherwise, Derwin, he had a lane and he might have taken it all the way.
Number 5.
And he is shaking his head. As he was trying to make a quick cut out to the left, he'd have been right on the sideline and just couldn't keep his footing.
Third quarter scoreboard presented by Cool Mountain Realty and Construction. Cougars with the football. They will drive right to left on your radio dial. And they're going to keep the ball on the ground. This is a run straight up the middle for Lamarius Jones. And the 5'9", 190-pound senior is able to get about 8 yards on that run. Actually, check that. He'll get about 5 yards on that
number
run.
6, Lamarius Jones. Tackled by number 15, B.G. Hampton.
Here comes a second down now. Khalil Connolly, hands off. It's Jones again up the middle. The bruising back bounces off one would-be tacklers. He'll get to about the 49-yard line. 3-yard gain up the gut. 3rd and 1 approaching.
It's 3rd and 1.
Boy, tonight I've just been able to watch the Cougar offensive line at work and their H-back, Canner Clark. Watching these guys knock white jerseys off the line of scrimmage and then screen them from the running lanes. They're just doing a great job.
3rd down and short. Ooh, Freedom almost jumped. Option play to the far side of the field. Connolly will run for it, and Connolly is close to the first down marker, and I think he got it.
Connolly is taken down by number 10.
But Connolly got clobbered.
Caldwell.
And that should be enough for the first down.
We have a flag down.
And apparently there is a penalty marker on the play. And that's in the middle of the field, Derwin. That is probably a holding penalty against Asheville.
You know, Conley is clearly a dual-threat quarterback, and he takes some punishment when he carries the football.
Here's the call. Well, the referee did not clip his mic, and it is a clipping penalty against Asheville, so this will be marked off, and they'll put the ball down at about the 37.
Offense, 15-yard penalty. Just 3rd down.
So there's the call.
After the penalty, it's
so we'll see
14.
if Asheville decides to put the ball in the air and go deep here. Connolly back to throw, pump fake. He's going to go deep. Near side of the field, that pass is going to be incomplete. And a flag comes in.
We have a flag down.
Official in the middle of the field throws the flag, and we're going to get pass interference. We'll see who this is on.
It's going to be defense.
Oh, gosh. Do you agree with that call?
I do, and I may be wrong, but I thought the defensive player made contact with the receiver before he had a chance to catch the ball. He's going to wave it off.
Oh, they'll pick it up. No flag. It's 4th down.
That was Noah Shaw. Again, the freshman really getting a chance to be involved in some big plays here for the Cougars. He came back to the pass. It was underthrown and not able to get back to it because of the defender, the Patriot defender.
So here comes a 4th and 15. And for the first time tonight, Derwin, 10:28 to go in the 3rd quarter, Asheville has to punt.
See if Liam can kick another one of those punts that turns over up in the air.
Liam Boyd is the punter. And this is a line drive kick. It's going to take a bounce, and it'll run away from the returner Dula and finally be down at about the 12-yard line. So Freedom gets the football back, but they do not have good field position. 10:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. On the Cool Mountain Realty and Construction scoreboard, 27-0. The Cougars lead Freedom.
That was not the punt that I was expecting from Liam Boyd, but it turned out to be very effective because it traveled so many yards after it made first contact with the turf.
Thank goodness for the artificial turf, huh? Could you imagine if we were playing this game last night in the wind and the rain? Freedom gets the football back, and they try a run up the middle, and there's nothing there. Boy, the Patriots have tried the interior of the line all night long, and they have not been able to get much. DeMarcus Lawrence, that's B.J. Hampton, who was the ball carrier. He lost a yard. Here comes 2nd down and 11. This Patriots offense with only 2 first downs tonight. And Reed wants to go deep. He will. Far side of the field. Overthrows everybody. Dangerously thrown.
Pass is incomplete.
There were 2 Asheville defenders who were closest there. And it was almost intercepted. Here comes a 3rd and long coming up for the Patriots.
Well, the intended receiver stopped his route about 15 yards downfield, and the quarterback threw it as if he was just going to keep going vertically. Definitely a miscommunication there between quarterback and target.
2 receivers split to the near side of the field. Let's see what Thad Reed does here with a back to his left. High snap. It goes over his head. The ball is loose. It's on the ground. Asheville's got it. The Cougars fall on it at the 4-yard line. Oh, everything is coming up Cardinal and white tonight.
Kamari Jenkins is the Cougar defender who leaps on that loose ball. And that's a tremendous break for an Asheville offense that has had a very good night so far.
I'll say so. Cougars get the ball. It's marked at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal from there. Landon Miller, the receiver, split to the near side of the field. Trayvon McGahee to the far side. And this will be a running play, and Jones tries the inside. No, sir. Jones is going to get dumped. Christopher Hensley, the sophomore, dumps him and might have lost a yard there.
By number 11, Chris Hensley.
I'm not sure where that ball carrier was going to go, but they had a tremendous hole opened up off of right tackle then.
2nd down and goal from the 7. Conley. And now whistles as the ball is pitched to the motion man McGahee.
Good ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still, 2nd down.
And that's a false start called against Asheville.
After the penalty, it's 2nd and goal from the 12.
Second and goal from the 12 for Asheville. Already up 27-0. Looking for more here. It'll be Jones who's the back. He'll operate to the left of quarterback Lamarius Jones. Or Landon Miller, excuse me. Miller back to throw. The lefty has time, running out of it, running to the near side of the field. He'll stop, make a move at the 15. Still going. Now he's going to roll to the far side of the field. Cuts to the inside. There's a flag down, and Asheville's quarterback goes down inside the 10 at the 9-yard line, and there's a penalty marker down. And I wonder if this is coming back. Meanwhile, there's an injured player for Freedom on the ground.
A lot of east-west running by Khalil Conley. Amazing that he was able to avoid getting tackled for that long, but he wasn't able to get that much yardage north and south. Hey, there's still time to become a sponsor of the WNC Sports Network.
Derwin, indeed there is.
And each year we broadcast over 65 football, basketball, baseball, and softball games. And if you'd like to join us for the last part of this football season, and we will be doing some playoff games, we're excited about that. And if you'd like to be part of the dazzling baseball and softball broadcast that are done by Mr. Canio Costanzo. Award-winning. There's still time for you to do that, and we certainly would love to talk to you about being a sponsor in what we hope will become a normal year, a normal sports year in school year 21-22. And as we play football in March, it's surreal to think that these guys are going to be back at it again in 5 months. That's going to be a really quick turnaround, and we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you now, but we'd certainly love to have you join us for the 21-22 sports season.
From the 31.
Derwin, that was Chase Young, the injured player for Freedom, and Derwin, they had to carry him off. He could not put any weight on his legs. Chase Young is a very important part of that offense, or defense, excuse me. Asheville gets the football after the penalty. There's a quick pass across the middle that is caught. Yardage across the 25 and down at about the 23-yard line. And now a late flag is thrown by the referee after the ball was thrown. And we'll see what this is on. One of the Freedom players is screaming at the referee. And Derwin, they're going to mark 15 yards to the end of that play. And that will give, it won't be an automatic first down, but it'll get the Cougars closer to the goal line. Boy, this has just not been a good evening for the football team from Burke County. One of the coaches for Freedom is still screaming at the referee. The ball gets marked at the 11-yard line. It's not an automatic first down after a personal foul. So it's 3rd and goal now from about the 12 for the Cougars. Connolly rolling to the near side of the field. He'll fire into the end zone. Touchdown!
Touchdown, Cougars.
Trayvon McGahee, near corner of the end zone.
Number 2, Trey McGahee.
And there is another flag down, Derwin.
And Lamarius Jones did a good job of picking up a blitzing Patriot and giving his quarterback the time he needed to throw that touchdown pass, but it's all coming back.
Yeah, and that might have been where the holding penalty was. This is what Court Radford was talking about, those unforced errors.
Offense. 10 yards from the foul. Replace. 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and goal now from the 23. 7:57 left, 3rd quarter on the Cool Mountain Realty and Construction 3rd quarter scoreboard. 27-0. Asheville with the lead, and now the referee is coming over to
After the penalty. It's 3rd and goal.
Referee's coming over to the Asheville sideline to explain something. Here comes 3rd and goal now from the 23-yard line. There's something you won't hear an announcer say. Connolly out of the gun. Blitz is on. Connolly fires across the middle, incomplete. Oh, did Connolly take a hit? Khalil got popped after throwing the football. Cougars were trying to get the ball into the hands of Hef Finley.
Pass is incomplete. 4th and
Here comes
goal
a
from the
4th
23.
down, and Liam Boyd will come out to try a field goal. So they're going to snap it from the 23, 40-yard field goal here for Liam Boyd.
This will be his longest of the year, 36, longest so far.
Good snap. The hold is down. The kick is on the way. The kick is no good.
Field goal attempt is no good.
Had the distance,
27-0.
but it is no good. 7:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. Score remains 27-0 Asheville.
So kind of a tough night for Liam. His PAT streak and his field goal streak have ended tonight, but I know the coaches are hoping that he's going to get another long streak going here on his next attempts. Plenty of distance on that kick. I mean, it could have easily been 10 yards further back.
Well, the Patriots offense comes onto the field. They have struggled mightily tonight. Only 2 first downs the entire evening, no points on the scoreboard. Thad Reed puts Cunningham in motion to the far side of the field, hands the ball off up the middle. There's not a lot of room there. B.J. Hampton tried the interior, and Hampton might have gotten 2 yards.
I don't think anybody touched Kamari Jenkins, and he just closed down from his defensive end position and made the tackle.
Number 50, Thomas McDonald.
2nd down and 8, only
2nd
a
and 8.
2-yard pickup. Hampton is the back to the left of the quarterback Reed. And here's a quick pass to the far side of the field, and that is broken up and almost intercepted, incomplete. McGahee, who is playing a defensive back role, saw the quick screen setup and almost intercepted it, and he would have had a pick six.
Wow, that was close. One step away. Yeah, McGahee read that play very, very well.
Third and 8. 7:06 to go in the third. All Asheville tonight. Hampton now to the left of the quarterback read. And this is going to be a reverse. And running with the football is Joe Cunningham. Cunningham gets tackled. He might have gotten a yard. It's 4th down. And again, a 3-and-out for Freedom. What a frustrating night for the Patriots, Derwin.
Some good misdirection from the Patriots, but unfortunately for them, they ran the ball right where Asheville was blitzing off of the right side of the defense, and that did not end well.
21, Vasily Polk, assisted by others.
No, it does not. Desmond Caldwell walking back, and he will punt the ball back to Asheville. Freedom does not have enough players on the field. Now they do. Here is the snap, the kick. This is an end-over-end kick. It will take a bounce, and it's going to be picked up on the run by Finley down the near sideline, high-stepping it. Finley to the 50, and Finley tackled at about the 47-yard line.
On the return,
I'll tell you something. The coaches are not going to like that high-stepping move there. I'm sure Fort Radford will tell him something about that.
You got to give F. Finley some credit for taking the gamble on picking that ball up off the first bounce and picking up some yardage before he was stopped by Josh Shoemaker of the Patriots.
I believe there was a penalty on the play.
On return. 10 yards for him to run. Touchdown.
And indeed there was. It's a block in the back against Asheville. Well, Derwin, with a comfortable lead here of 27-0, I think if you're Court Radford here, you can try some things. If you want to have a very conservative and vanilla offense because you don't want anybody to get hurt, you can do that too. Play action. Lots of time. And here is a pass that's thrown, and it's going to be incomplete. They try to get the ball in the hands of Jones, the running back, and that pass falls to the ground. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Connie, this is definitely one of those situations where the Cougars can start, the coaches can put the players in some disadvantaged positions just to make this game more productive for them.
Handoff up the middle. Not a lot of room for Jones as he tries the middle of the field. Lawrence, the middle linebacker, helping out on the hit. That's a gain of about, well, Jones actually got 4 yards there. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Patriot tackle by number 9.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, as a coach, you can make your players work on some of their weaknesses in a game setting, and that can be extremely valuable in games ahead.
3rd and 6. Keeping the football is Conley. He's running to the near side of the field. 50, 45, 40, 35, and slung out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Good run by the quarterback, Khalil Conley. Deep into Freedom territory. It's a first down for the Cougars.
Are tearaway jerseys illegal now?
I don't think you're allowed to wear them, no. There's nobody wearing an Earl Campbell jersey out there.
Khalil Conley gets tackled by the jersey so many times. If he had tearaway jerseys, it would not be good for the defense.
Conley gets the snap, hands the football off, up the middle. Short running gain there for Jones. As he tried the middle, that's Lawrence again on the hit. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and maybe a yard. 5 minutes left. 3rd quarter.
It's a 1-yard gain.
On the Cool Mountain Realty and Construction scoreboard, it is 27-0 is our score. Quick pass, far side of the field. That pass is going to be caught by McGahee. McGahee to the outside. 25-20. Finally pushed out of bounds. Far side of the field at about the 18, 17-yard line. And a late flag,
is on the play.
Thrown after the play. And we'll see who this is on. Derwin, I think this is going to be on the Patriots.
F. Finley made a really good block out in space for the targeted receiver there, and I didn't see a hold, but I don't know.
No, this happened, Derwin, on the far side of the field when the receiver was pushed out of bounds. Might have been some extracurriculars there, if you know what I mean. Let's get the call.
Sideline. Half a distance. First down.
Oh, it's on the sideline. So maybe some frustration coming from the Patriots coaching staff. So they will mark the ball inside the 10. And now Derwin, there's another flag. This one thrown by the back judge, and he threw that flag about 50 feet up into the air. And this is going to be another unsportsmanlike on Freedom.
Seems like that would be some ill-advised player chatter in front of him in the end zone.
Here's the call.
Unfortunately, defense, half a distance, first down.
First and goal for Asheville. They'll mark the ball at about the 4-yard line. And now whistles again. This time there's movement.
Dead ball, false start, offense.
Oh, gosh.
Whew. This is sloppy.
Derwin, the officials are they getting paid by the penalty marker tonight? It's almost like attorneys. It's almost like attorneys getting paid by the hour.
After the penalty,
so the ball is marked at about the 9-yard line. Conley rolling to the near side of the field, zips a pass, fires, touchdown! Touchdown, Asheville. Caught near the near pylon. And the Cougars get another touchdown. This time it's Noah Shaw.
The touchdown is number 10, Noah Shaw.
Shaw has had a breakout night tonight. He's been targeted several times, and there's a touchdown catch for Noah Shaw. Big night for the freshman.
Here comes the extra point by Liam Boyd to make it 34-0. The kick is on the way. It is good. 4:38 to go in the third quarter. All Cougars tonight, they lead our ball game by a score of 34-0. Back with more in a moment on the WNC Sports Network.
After some sloppy play in the third quarter, the Asheville Cougars get on the board again. It's a 15-yard strike from Khalil Conley to freshman Noah Shaw. And the Cougars have blended a good short passing game in with a very strong running game tonight. And the result of all that is a 34-0 lead for the Asheville Cougars.
Here is the kick. It is a line drive kick. It'll be taken at the 5-yard line. Running middle of the field is Lemarius Jones. Jones is going to pass the 20, get to the 25, and the ball came out, but the officials are saying that Jones was down. And so, Freedom gets the opportunity to scrimmage from there.
Vasily Polk was the first man in on the tackle. I couldn't see whether Vasily also stripped the football, but that was all academic as the official said the ball carrier was down.
What a night for Asheville. A lot of things going right for the Cougars tonight.
From the 26.
As they are leading our ball game 34-0. And here's an option to the far side of the field. New quarterback in the ball game. And that ball is almost turned over. Brought down at the 19.
That is big defensive lineman Tay Davis, a 6'3", 232-pound sophomore. And he's listed as a starter at the nose guard position. They've used him at defensive tackle quite a bit tonight, and he really hurt the Patriots there.
Here comes a 2nd down and 16. Jalen Barnett is that new quarterback. Number 17. He's back to throw. He's going to roll to the near side of the field. Jalen makes a couple of moves. He'll slither his way to about the 21, so he'll get some of that yardage back. But here comes the 3rd down and 14.
Caught from behind by Kamari Jenkins of the Cougars.
Barnett is only a freshman, and he was called up to play in this game because there was no JV game between the Patriots and the Cougars. And he's getting his opportunity right here. 3rd down and long. Barnett under pressure, rolling to the far side of the field. And he's going to be tripped up at about the 13. Nice open field tackle. Trayvon McGahee, I believe, is the one that made that tackle.
Tay Davis is the man that almost ran him down and then left a cleanup for Kamari Jenkins. Boy, those two players, Canio, are very athletic. Can cause a lot of problems on that defensive front.
And Derwin, yet another 3 and out for Freedom.
It's 4th and 20.
Well, I'm looking at Tay Davis, sophomore, 6'3", 232. Wow. It's going to be a nice guy for Coach Radford to have around for a couple more years.
Freedom will kick the ball back to Asheville from their own 2. End over end kick. Running up and picking it up. There's a flag in the play. The return is inside the 30, inside the 20, and out of bounds is Trayvon McGahee at about the 11-yard line. But there's a marker down at about the 40-yard line. And Derwin, this is coming back.
Second time Cougar punt returners have gambled on that first bounce of the punt and turned it into big yardage. But again, another mistake brings it back.
Penalty will bring the ball back, and Asheville is going to scrimmage. Let's see where they'll mark it from, the 40. So they'll put the ball down at the 50. That's where Asheville has it. 1st and 10 from that spot with $1:56 to go. It's been all Asheville tonight. Every aspect of the game, they are winning. And they're going to run a pitch to the far side of the field. Jay Avery, the ball carrier. And Avery is able to muscle his way for maybe 2 yards. Not a lot there for the Cougars. Bringing up a 2nd down and 8, and an opportunity, Derwin, for both teams to get some younger players into the ball game. They'll keep it on the ground again. I believe that's Avery again. He tries the middle. Zach Bates brings him to the ground. Third down and about 7 coming up as we tick down to the 1 minute mark in period number 3. Cougars 34, Freedom nothing.
3rd and 6.
Freedom almost jumped. It's a handoff again, giving the ball to Avery. And Avery will get yardage near the 40, running off right side. He's close to a first down.
15, Jay Avery
and Derwin, Asheville, if they like,
51,
can run the clock out here, and that's what they'll do. And they'll go to their sideline, and they'll decide what to do on 4th down. 4th and 1 coming up for Asheville. All Cougars so far tonight. They lead our ball game. Well, the clock is now stopped. Now it's going. They lead our ball game 34-0.
Now they're going to have a penalty because the play clock's going to run out before the game clock.
Yeah, they will. They'll have to call a timeout.
Now the other team's leaving the field. What's going on?
Well, the play clock runs out, and now the game clock will run out. So they won't penalize Asheville there. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Our score, 34-0. Back with more in a moment on the WNC Sports Network.
High Country Truck and Van, Western North Carolina's commercial truck center, specializing in quality, pre-owned, low-mileage, light-duty trucks, vans, and flatbeds. High Country Truck and Van is family-owned and operated, located at 1021 Charlotte Highway in Fairview. You can check them out online at highcountrytruckandvan.com or stop by the lot and see Rick for all of your commercial vehicle needs. Pizza Pizza, the official post-game destination of the Asheville Cougars. Pizza is open late, so stop by for one of their 28-inch pies or one of their massive slices of pizza. Pizza is located off of Millard Ave on Asheville's South Slope. Again, Pizza Pizza, the official post-game destination of your Asheville Cougars.
Thanks for being with us at Asheville Memorial Stadium. The Cougars have played a great game so far and are threatening offensively again. Here's Canio.
All right, Derwin, thank you very much. A 4th and 1, and it's a run up the middle, and Avery's got the first down. He'll get inside the 35, down at about the 34-yard line. Derwin, the 4th quarter scoreboard is presented by Catherine Morisani and Edward Jones, financial advisor.
First and 10 Cougars from the Patriot 34.
Cougars have the football. They'll try to run some clock here, and they will run it again. It's Avery off left side.
On the carry.
So Derwin, with this game, with this, what I'm going to assume will be a win, Asheville will go to 3-2 on the season. 2 games left.
Game.
They're home against Derwin, then they go on the road against North Henderson. Win them both, and they're in the state playoffs. 2nd down and about 7. Connolly is the quarterback. And again, they just keep the ball on the ground. And again, Jay Avery pounding for yardage, and he will get maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Well, Canio, tonight is a great night for Asheville Cougar fans to head to Pizza Pizza. They are the official post-game destination for the Asheville Cougars, and tonight's 4th quarter is brought to you by Pizza Pizza. Pizza has 28-inch pies and massive slices. Pizza Pizza, official post-game destination.
Derwin, any night is a good night for pizza at Pizza. Not just tonight. Connolly's going to throw the football, and the flat pass is going to be caught. It's McGahee with the catch. Makes a couple moves, tackled inside the 20 at the 19. That's enough for a first down. Derwin, we are seeing a different Khalil Connolly tonight compared to what we saw last week. He just looks more confident, standing up straight, throwing the ball well. It's been impressive.
Cougars on the 20.
Connolly claps his hands. Hands off. There's some room to the near side of the field for Jay Avery. Avery goes down at about the 15-yard line. Now some pushing and shoving after the play between Damian Dula and Jay Avery. Officials got to get control of that. Here comes second down on about 6.
Vasily Polk is in at the H-back position, giving Cantor Clark a rest there.
Second down and 6 up the middle. Good looking hole for Jay Avery, and Avery gets to about the 11-yard line.
Number 15.
And that'll bring up a third and short.
5, Avery Pollard. It's 3rd and 1.
Derwin, you were wondering about the T.C. Robertson Irwin score earlier on. The Rams lead the Warriors 28-21 in the third quarter. Again, it's Avery trying the middle, and this time he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. If he does, he barely does. Lost a yard on third down. Here comes a 4th and 1, and I have to think that the Cougars will go for it here.
Freedom tackle by number 5, Avery Pollard. It's 4th and 1.
They do. Coach Radford's got a lot of confidence in his short game.
He does. And it's going to be a pitch trying to get to the outside is Hef Finley. And Finley still on his feet inside the 5. He's down to the 4. First and goal for the Cougars. Nice end around little play there. And another first down and a first and goal for the Cougars.
It's 1st and goal, Cougars from the 4.
That's been a phrase that the Patriots have heard several times tonight, unfortunately, for Freedom.
Conley, hands off up the middle, touchdown. Touchdown, Asheville.
Touchdown,
it's Avery up the gut for 6 yards, and Derwin, that'll basically do it. Solid victory for Asheville. They lead now 40-0.
Touchdown goes to number 15, Jay Avery.
And it was Avery who did all the hard work on that drive. Boyd to try an extra point here. Kick is on the way. It is good.
Extra point is
7:30, 55 to go in the fourth quarter. Cougars 41. Freedom nothing. Back with more after this on the WNC Sports Network.
Hey, the Cougars strike again here at Asheville Memorial Stadium. This time it's a 6-yard run by Jay Avery to make the score 40-0. Liam Boyd puts the PAT through the uprights. 41-0 is the score at the 7:55 mark here at Asheville Memorial Stadium. It's been all Cougars here against non-conference opponent Freedom.
And T.C. Robertson.
Yeah, good. This is going to be a good win for Court Radford's team, considering Derwin losing that heartbreaker last week against Reynolds 13-12. This is a quality win for the Cougars. They could have, after last week's game, they could have very easily dipped their head and said season's over. But not so fast, my friend. Court Radford had this team prepared and ready to go. Kudos to he and his coaching staff for getting the Asheville Cougars ready for this one. Boyd to kick it off from his 40. In the air, end over end, and Asheville jumped off sides. So we'll re-kick. This time from the 35. Derwin, we were mentioning Irwin a few moments ago and their game against TC Robertson. We will see the Warriors next week here against the Cougars. We'll be on the air with the network at 6:40. So Boyd will take a couple steps back and then to his left. He'll run up to it. And this kick is much shorter. Going to be taken by one of the up men at about the 25-yard line. And running forward with the ball, Zach Bates, and he'll go down at about the 35, 36-yard line.
Tremaine Williams, first Cougar, to help bring that ball carrier down.
Derwin, there are a lot of positives for Asheville tonight. What's the one that sticks out like a sore thumb for you?
First and 10, Freedom. From their own 35.
Trying to put positive and sore thumb together. The positive that sticks out like a sore thumb?
Yes, a positive that sticks out like a sore thumb.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
I think I know the answer.
All right, we'll run one play, and then I'll let you give us an answer to that. Running with the football, Desmond Caldwell for Freedom. Caldwell still on his feet, goes out of bounds at about the 48. That is the first down for Freedom here in the second half as he gets 13.
So my answer to that, I don't know if it's what you are thinking. My answer is the emergence of a passing game.
Oh, look at you.
Huh?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Well, they do say great minds think alike. So there we go.
Well, that proves it.
Yeah, the passing game has been very good. Here's a quick pass to the near side of the field. Dula with the catch, and then he is clobbered all the way back to about the 42-yard line.
Great acceleration to the target by Jaden Berry. He's a junior. Looking really good making that open field tackle.
Second down and long. That is a loss of about 6 yards.
Cougars going to need to balance that offense again next week against Irwin.
They will need it next week. That Irwin team can put some points on the board. Back to throw is Barnett. Barnett fires far side of the field, and that is over the head.
Incomplete. 3rd and 16.
As they try to get the ball in the hands of Alec Hall.
Ooh, that is a long pass from the hash mark on this side of the field to the receiver who's almost on the sideline on the other side of the field.
Freedom has had a lot of 3rd and longs tonight. And this is just another one. The freshman, Jalen Barnett, out of the gun, and they'll just pitch the ball to Justice Cunningham, another freshman, and Barnett is going to get yardage near midfield, running to the far side of the field.
For the Patriots.
Freedom will bring the punt team out. Derwin, I think you're right. In all seriousness, Khalil just looks like a different player tonight.
It's 4th and 9.
Totally different player.
Well, he certainly played against a defense last week that knows how to make quarterbacks uncomfortable. But he has played well tonight.
Freedom's going to go for it here on 4th and 9. They've got nothing to lose here. Down 41-0 with under 6 minutes to go in the contest. Barnett looking to the sideline. Play clock is down to 7. Still looking to the sideline. They better hurry up. And now a timeout's called by Freedom. 5:47 left in the fourth quarter. The Cougars
In an effort to keep our
clawing
stadium cool, beautiful,
the Patriots
please pick
tonight
up any trash you
by a
carry
score
or
of
see
41 to
during your
nothing.
visit tonight.
Arby's and the Brummett Restaurant Group, they are the operators of 61 Arby's in North and South Carolina. Arby's, we have the meats. Griffin Waste Services for dumpster rental, junk removal services, and portable toilet rentals. Call 281-4549. Again, 281-4549. You will get the great service that the folks at Griffin Waste Services provide for their customers. Finally, I'll mention the United Federal Credit Union. They have top-notch checking and savings accounts with low rates on mortgage or auto loans. UFCU's got you covered. United Federal Credit Union, we get you.
Well, a 4th down and 9 coming up for Freedom. 3 receivers split to the near side of the field. Jalen Barnett is the quarterback. The freshman will put that is Caldwell in motion, and now they jump. And I believe that was on Damian Dula who jumped, and so they'll mark 5 yards here.
We got a lot of new players on the field defensively for Asheville. I'm going to try to mention some of the names of the people that I see. I see Jeremiah Jones. He's a freshman playing on the defensive line.
It's 4th and 14.
Here comes a 4th down now. And again a 4th down, but now 4th and 15. High snap. Back to throw is Barnett. And he's going to fire, and that's going to be intercepted. Cougars with the interception. Alexander White, the junior.
Cougar interception.
And now
by number
flags are
24,
down
Xander
after the
White.
play, and we'll
A
see
flag
what
is
the
down.
officials say. And this is a dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct against Freedom. And Derwin, it's just been, just one of those nights.
And a very excited Alexander White on the sideline now, getting a lot of pats and congratulations from his teammates on his interception.
Derwin, that was an old Eagles song from the 70s. One of these nights. Don Henley on lead vocals.
Eagles?
The Eagles. That band from California. Lots of big hits. Hotel California, have you heard of that one?
I have. True or false? There is a banjo playing on the song Take It Easy.
Oh, we're doing music trivia now?
Just answer the question.
I would say.
Don't try to buy time.
Oh no, I'm not buying time. I totally agree that there is, because they had such a country. They had such a country flair. And now there's flags down as Asheville takes over. All right. So there's a banjo on the song.
There absolutely is.
Okay, well, what's the story?
Many, many years ago, more than I would like to acknowledge, when I was playing a lot of volleyball, one of my volleyball partners was just adamant that there is no way that the Eagles would ever have a banjo on an Eagles song, and he was wrong.
It's 1st and 10 from the 36.
So the ball gets marked back to the 36-yard line. Asheville keeps the ball on the ground. And this is Jay Avery, who was stopped as he tried to turn the corner and lost a couple of yards. So wait, that's the story?
Well,
is there more to the story?
You're right in that the Eagles really started out as more of a bluegrass / country crossover kind of group, and then as they continued to evolve, they moved more toward kind of more of a hard rock sound. But a lot of people, if you tell them that, they go, "No way."
Well, see, Derwin, if they're listening to our broadcast, they'll learn something.
Absolutely.
You don't You don't hear this on ESPN radio.
No.
Only hear this kind of stuff on the WNC Sports Network. Good looking hole off the left side for Jay Avery, and he'll get to about the 30-yard line.
He fumbled the ball, Canio, and I'm trying to see whether he was able to fall back on it.
He did. And he's going to be down at the 29-yard line. Now, Derwin, if you could also, since we're talking music, how about a breakdown of the stylistics of Peaches and Herb? Your thoughts on that disco group? Anything?
Do remember the name of the group, and that's about where it stops.
Okay. I promised last musical reference, they had a big hit with the song Reunited.
I do remember that song.
And the Cougars will be reunited with the win column in 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Wow.
Again up the middle. It is again Avery. Oh, he's still going inside the 20, inside the 10. He's dragged down at about the 4-yard line. Let's give Jay Avery some props here. Hard running up the middle. First and goal for Asheville.
Yeah, Jay Avery definitely had that goal line in sight. And some good blocking up front. Got linemen pulling from the left side to the right side and cleared a path.
First and goal, Cougars from the 4.
Hey, tonight's fourth quarter is brought to you by Pizza Pizza. Don't forget about that, listeners. That's the official post-game destination for the Asheville Cougars. 28-inch pies and massive slices. They're open late. They're at the official post-game destination for the Asheville Cougars.
Those slices almost as big as my ego, which is enormous. Here's a run again. Avery cutting inside. He's to the 1. He's down inside the 1. How about the running for Jay Avery here in the fourth quarter?
Boy, Jay pulled the stutter step twice on that carry. Almost took a step backwards to let the seam open up in front of him a little bit more. And Canio, I predict they will keep giving him the football because they're going to feel like he's earned it.
Well, after that long run of 23 yards to get a first and goal at the 4, yes, sir. If Asheville's smart here, I think they'll snap the ball with less than 5 seconds to go. And there's now 10 seconds on the play clock. 2:20 to go in the period. It's Avery off the right side. He is in. Touchdown. Jay Avery with 2 rushing touchdowns here in the fourth quarter. And it's 47-0. Didn't see this coming.
Avery into the end zone, standing up. Good blocking from the right side.
Here comes the extra point to make it 48-0 with 2:14 left. High snap. The kick is on the way. It is good.
Extra point is good. And the score, 48-0 Cougars.
It's 48-0 Cougars. With 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go on the Catherine Morisani and Edward Jones Consultants.
Another reminder that the fourth quarter is brought to you by Pizza Pizza. They are the official post-game destination for the Asheville Cougars. Pizza has 28-inch pies and massive slices. They're open late. They are the official post-game destination for the Asheville Cougars.
Impressive win tonight for Asheville after a tough loss last week to Reynolds. Asheville, by the way, has a distinction no other high school football team has in the United States of America. They are the only team this year to play in 2 games with the same score, 13-12. They've only played 5 games this year. They knocked off Tuscola 13-12, and last week they lost to Reynolds 13-12.
Did you just say that's the only
That's the only they are the
You've done a
the
national
Cougars,
search.
Yes. Derwin, again, we do research. We're not like those other clowns you'll listen to on other stations. I mean,
Fly-by-night operations.
yeah, come on.
I mean, we've been doing this for 5 years.
7, Derwin. You've been doing it for 5. I've been doing it for 17. Here is the kick. Line drive variety. Takes a big hop. Returned at the 5, 10 to the 20. A little bit of room now. And some space for Malachi Lloyd. Oh, and now it's getting a little ugly.
Lloyd.
Some players are a little frustrated here, and there are flags down after the play. And Derwin, if you are Asheville, you got to keep your composure here, because if you get thrown out of this game, you don't play next week.
Yeah, some great determination by junior Malachi Lloyd on that return. And unfortunately, I saw an Asheville player give him a little shove after the whistle. No need for that right now.
No, not at all. Court Radford is on the field trying to talk to one of the officials. He's got to be careful. Now, maybe he's been invited to be on the field, but
well, it may be. Well, we won't go there. Been a great game by the Cougars, offensively and defensively. Khalil Conley has taken another step as a dual threat quarterback tonight.
Derwin, what's really scary, this is his first year playing quarterback at the varsity level, only a sophomore. By the way, Asheville now played, this is their 5th game. They're looking for their 2nd shutout of the year. They went to West Henderson and shut out the Falcons. They're 28-0. And now we'll see if they can shut out Freedom, leading 48-0. However, the Patriots do have the football at the 40-yard line, their own 40, and they will run the ball up the middle, and that's going to be Justice Cunningham. Cunningham is going to get maybe 3 or 4 yards as we tick down to the 90-second mark. And unless Freedom comes up with something big here, this will do it. And Asheville is going to go to 3-2. Cunningham again up the middle. Justice Cunningham still on his feet. Young man won't go down. He's finally down on about the 21, 22-yard line.
It's a Patriot first down.
First down for the Patriots, under a minute to go. That is the 4th first down for Freedom tonight. And the only question now is, can Asheville keep the shutout? Cunningham to the outside. He gets shoved out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. And because we're over 42 points, the clock does keep going. So Freedom has to get to the line quickly. Let's see if they can run one more play, as you're under 10 seconds now. Let's see if Justice Cunningham gets the football. Nope, instead it's going to be the quarterback, Barnett, running to the near side of the field, and Barnett runs in for the touchdown. Shutout averted by Freedom. So the Cougars defensively can't be happy with that, as they had a shutout in their grasp, but they give up the rushing touchdown to Jalen Barnett.
Cheerleaders cheering through rain and freezing weather and cold wind to support our Cougars.
And that'll do it. Your final score here,
Coach Washington is proud of her cheer squad.
48-6 is the final score.
The Asheville High Cougars tonight. Final score.
An impressive win.
Asheville 48,
for the
Freedom 6.
For the home team. Derwin and I will take a timeout, and we will come back with more in a moment.
Forget, we have another
Stay
home
with
game
us.
next Friday night, right back
You are
here
listening
at
to the
Memorial
Cougar
Stadium.
Sports Network and the
We'll be playing host
WNC
to Irwin
Sports Network.
in a conference match.
Hey, we're so glad you've been with us tonight here at Asheville Memorial Stadium. It has been all Cougars tonight with a final score of 48-6. Quick recap of the scoring in the second half. At the 4:30 mark in the third quarter, Asheville was ahead 27-0 and added a touchdown. It was a 15-yard pass to freshman Noah Shaw, who really broke out tonight with his catching the football, 33-0. The PAT was good from Liam Boyd, 34-0. Then at the 7:55 mark, early in the fourth quarter, 6-yard run by Jay Avery, who also had a bit of a breakout night tonight. Number 15, Jay Avery, made it 40-0. PAT good by Boyd, 41-0. Then with 2:14 left in the ball game, Avery scored again on a 3-yard run, 47-0. PAT was good by Liam Boyd, 48-0, and then as time ran out, the Freedom Patriots did score the ball. Quarterback Barnett had a 10-yard run and made it 48-6 at the buzzer. But this has been a ball game that was controlled from the first quarter by the Asheville Cougars. Tremendous effort both offensively and defensively. And I know that Coach Radford is pleased with a lot of things that his Cougars did tonight, and it's certainly a performance that they will be glad to take with them into the big game coming up 1 week from tonight against Irwin.
Derwin, let's give you some scores from around the Western Mountain Athletic Conference. They are in the fourth quarter. At Reynolds, the Rockets lead North Buncombe 42-13. They're still playing the third quarter. I don't think this score is accurate, but they're saying it's still in the third. It's 28-21. Robertson leading Irwin. Next week, Irwin is here to take on the Cougars, and we'll have that ball game for you. Tuscola clobbering West Henderson. Fourth quarter score there, 42-14. And the only other final in the conference, North Henderson gets a win, They knock off Inca 35-10. The final there. That was a halftime score of 7-3, but the Knights came back in the second half and end up winning that ball game. Other scores from around the area: Hendersonville clinging to a 2-point lead over Pisgah, 23-21. They are in the fourth quarter there. Murphy has put a 50 burger on the board against Rosman. It's 50-0. The Bulldogs leading the Tigers there. Brevard 37, Smoky Mountain 20, and two other scores to let you know about. Mountain Heritage defeats Owen 34-14. Franklin shuts out East Henderson. Score there 41-0. But a good win for the Cougars after a tough loss last week. All three aspects of the game clicking really well tonight for Asheville as they get ready. They'll have a day to enjoy this and get ready for the Warriors next Friday night.
I think the defense wanted to keep a good thing going from last week's very strong performance against A.C. Reynolds, and the offense took all of Coach Radford's special focus given to them this week on getting more of the little things right, and that resulted in 48 points on the scoreboard. Before we say goodnight, Canio, I do need to mention one more time that the fourth quarter was brought to you by Paisa Pizza. They are the official post-game destination for the Cougars. They have 28-inch pies and massive slices, and they are open late. So Paisa, they are the official post-game destination for the Asheville Cougars.
Big thank you to all the great folks here at Asheville High School. Sunita Warren-Dixon is the athletic director here. And Justin Polizzi, who is in charge of the broadcasts here, one of the assistant coaches on the football field. Big thank you to Justin and our main man, Sebastian, on the other side of the wall. He's got one more game left. That's next week's game against Irwin, and he's got to make a big decision. He's got a big decision. He has got a life-changing decision that he has to make. Have you made that life-changing decision yet? No? Hang on a second. Where you're going to college? Oh, yeah. You have made a decision. I'll tell you what. I'm going to pull a Seacrest. We'll tell you what that decision is next week.
Wow.
When the Cougars host the Warriors, we'll have Sebastian on at halftime. He'll tell us his college choice. So you will not want to miss out on that. Any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Thanks to Jesse Swain, assistant AD.
Assistant AD, Jesse Swain, for helping us out as well. And also to you listening as well. Our final score, 48-6. The Cougars improve to 3-2. Freedom drops to 1-3 on the season. For Derwin Williams, I'm Canio Costanzo. Thanks for joining us, everyone. This has been the Cougar Sports Network and the WNC Sports Network.